And then from there, we'll do what we want to do.
We also spoke to the president and chairman of the association, Henry Ochri Jr.
So what they do is, once they wholesale to you, they sit in their shops to also do retail. And it's affecting our market. You understand? Because we can't sit in the market and foreigners are supplying and retailing. So which is which? We can't compete with them. It's the reason why we are not selling. We can't sell in the market. And plus, they have a working capital, and their interest rates in their countries are very low. Ours are very high. So it's challenging. You cannot compete with them. They will bring their goods from Nigeria, Turkey, Dubai, China, bring it into the market, start selling and making huge margins of profit. And we cannot compete because our banks are giving us high interest rates.
And finally, also with the head of communication for the association, Techi Ado, he emphasized the need for the retail market to close down, especially foreign nationals who engage in it.
We don't have money to compete with them. Our interest rate is 30 to 40%. Look at exchange rate. Even though exchange rate is very okay, but it's not picking up. But where's the dollar? You don't get it. How can you tell? Go to the port, 55% as a percentage. Nigeria 15%. Can you compare them? Cote d'Ivoire, their interest rate is 7.5%. Nigeria less than 20%. Ghana 30 to 40%. Does it make sense? Doesn't make sense. Nigerians are the African superpowers, so you can't compete with them when it comes to fiscal cash. Let's protect our own. Simple.
There can say nuclear to Nigeria say store no because of Nigeria yeah the store in Ghana ni 1 billion. Ghana ni say yen yisua. Nigeria ni be na 1 billion ni the amanu. No no so the nyama esem then Ghana ni ton no na Nigeria ni ton. Ento no so asa titisu. E be na yesu papa mu ya kusino mu no be da nya scam ye. Ye pa mu a omu ko ada so mu do mu nyama be breye. No mu do abra amode amagana for no ma tito ni aton amomu. Be nya so be di store. Nigeria ni what the store Ghana ni chain. Nigeria ni the store Ghana chain. Ghana ni turn there 2 billion. Nigeria ni turn there 1.5. Obia sumo be kasi ko Nigeria ni o. Do mu ye na enya
Reporting for Metro News, Vanessa Edoton Boating, Abosukai, Accra.
So young men and women, 33 of you, I just want you to know that I'm offering a helping hand. Take advantage of it. Learn, build capacity, and move on. Life has never been easy. It is rough. But with your determination, your faith in God, trust me, no danger can ensue. And that is why Ngugi wa Thiong'o wrote in his book, Weep Not Child, said, weep not my darling. With these cases, let me remove your tears. The ravening clouds shall not long possess the skies. They shall not long be victorious. So have that at the back of your mind. We've seen life a bit. So when people talk about poverty, I know what it is. And then when I was at UCC, Casford Hall, you know, some of our colleagues who were really coming from very difficult homes, some could eat once every 2 days. I saw it with my physical eyes, and it was not easy. I found my way to Buckingham University, and when in very difficult times you would have to go and work. In fact, from Buckingham to Brackleyfield, there was a time that I had no money at all. My fees, I had to work, you know, go and do this, the care home, the old age home. And throughout the night, you will not sleep. You have to stay awake and take care of those old ladies. Then you can be earning your £7 an hour and all. That time also, you could buy kinky, but you could not afford fish. And you know, in Labadia, when you don't buy fish, they call it kinam. Those of you can speak Ga. And then you dare demand for the black shito. That was for want of a better word, luxury. Yeah? If you dare demand for the black pepper, when you know you didn't buy fish, what the woman would do to you, you will regret. If you don't buy kinam, abahabo, shito, if you know the red one, that one they can give to you. And then when you get into the hostel, you know the ladies, because they will be going and coming, you have to find out whether they have some stew for you. So we've seen life a bit. So when people talk about poverty, I know what it is. So please don't give up. Don't give up. You, the ladies, the temptation is there. Sometimes you ask, why me? Be easy. God has so many ways of opening doors. Never give up on yourself. Each day has its own promises. Difficult times would come. At 47, I know what I'm talking about.
Remove major incentives for goods smuggling, such as the scrapping of the 1.5% withholding tax on unprocessed small-scale gold, and intensify the fight against illegal gold trading and smuggling through the establishment of the Gold Board Task Force with reward for whistleblowers. These preliminary measures, ladies and gentlemen, have begun to pay off already, as they have led to record high gold exports, both in volume and value this year. Since January up to the end of August 2025, small-scale gold exports undertaken by or through the Gold Board, working closely with the Bank of Ghana, have hit a record high of 66.7 tons, with an export value of approximately 6.3 billion United States dollars. What this means is that the volume and value of small-scale gold exports from January to August 2025 alone have exceeded the total small-scale gold export outing for the whole of the year 2024. That is from January to December, which stood at 63 tons with a value of about 4.6 billion United States dollars. It is also instructive to note that the small-scale gold exports continue to surpass those from the large-scale mining sector, which stood at 65.1 tons, with an estimated value of approximately 5.6 billion United States dollars for the period between January and August 2025.
And that is a proposal from ECG. ECG doesn't set tariff. Tariff is set by the PURC. So as part of the stakeholder engagement, ECG as a stakeholder have also come out with their proposal. So it doesn't necessarily mean that that is what we are going with. So I would just want to take this opportunity to address the public that they should just discount that it is a stakeholder and everybody has the opportunity to also air their views. So ECG has aired their views, but that is not what PURC would work with. It's PURC which sets tariff. And we know, as part of the IMF conditionalities, Ghana will do a quarterly adjustment. And then in September, October, we do the MITO, the major tariff adjustment, which currently is getting closer. So that is why the PURC is engaging all sector players. And I believe that is why also ECG as a stakeholder also made mention of what they project. But that doesn't mean that's what we'll work with. With all things working out, at the end of the day, I am very hopeful that the PURC come out with a tariff that is reflective of the costs and then also actually also considerate of the current economic situations as well. The tariff adjustments is the PURC has the role. And that is why even the PURC, even though it's an agency under the ministry, reports directly to the presidency. So I think that if there's a need for any intervention from government, it will be communicated from the presidency.
It's a Chinese warehouse that they are dealing in these rubber sleepers and so on. I think they said one of the Chinese man smoking with cigarettes, piece of the cigarette that triggered our fire. So we are here to see the situation. For now, we are helping the situation by, I think the first time that we called the policemen from Dansoma, Sukura, Mamprobi, the whole year. We also call the fire service. They're also helping. So we are trying to see how to bring the fire down, as you can see now.
Na lente wala no ni bashu beni wa na last week ejekpo ni ekwe happy down that road the la na kanu chana bi la bi do ana last uje bia na yiko samu ejeme wa bia na warehouse ni chana bia me ye kotokaji nke ni bi ni oba wuo ke ya sipa wa be na ke me ke se chana bia ni ke customer ejeme o sa mo ntwa lepo aken bi la twale ni bi la twale ni ko ba twa moko ne ba lele ne ba ni nale o jemi ni ke no so na our light off I can light it my electricity. Or no in just work at the radio going can me pa fine. She no any now no mass market. I mean now soon. Let her now say on the fast service be but she in no you mo come make when we can fast service be about 3 hours if I me for kono come I can no ji ame. I me wan mo pam na me na be na mi yo. Sha me tuni. I me bo modern. It starts 350. And I can call movie ko ye Metro TV, Adult TV, Ganga, a watch 10 minutes. Ni time eba ashe e get by the second time ye she 10 minutes on yakwe. No ni last one jepo. Ni ko himi in Ganga akwamo. O be sani match of fire service. O bra yo ko ni wo no mi fu e ka sister ka fo. Ike ko ba gbo eh. O ye radio go di say abo yo street. De ke ka worry one back. Ni ba gbefu, ni ba electricity, ni ke mi pa fine. Na electricity na back be light ni the radio good na me announce me hawo e wo kanya aba no ni yo ni.
At around 5:40 p.m. this evening we had this call that there is a fire affecting a warehouse at Latebi Okoshi around the Salvation Army area. So quickly we had to dispatch the nearest fire engine here. We dispatched 2 at a go. So when they came, it was obvious that the fire had already gotten out of hand, and therefore they were also faced with some accessibility issues. As you can see, behind me and even in front of me, we have about 3 fire engines plus a water tanker. If you go to the other side, we have 2 fire engines plus a water tanker, making 5 fire engines and 2 water tankers, all geared towards tactically containing this fire involved in this warehouse. So the strategy was to be able to protect the adjoining structure since the fire had already gotten out of hand. And what is actually hampering our firefighting effort is the high winds that we are experiencing from the sea. What is now hampering our effort is the high wind that we are having. I mean, it is blowing from the sea. This place is closer to the sea. And today, we don't know what is happening, that we are experiencing a lot of wind. And that is actually not helping us to be able to, as it were, if it were not to be the wind, by now we would have been able to check the spread of the fire and to bring the situation under control. But because of the high fuel levels that has been stocked in the warehouse, as you even extinguish the top fires, the down unbent materials begin to also combust, and the wind also playing or spreading the fire is making our efforts quite Herculean. But trust us, with the availability of chemical foam compound and then the strategy that we have deployed, if you can see, even in this lane, that is the frontage, we have 3 fire engines plus a water tanker. On the other lane, we also have 3 fire engines and a water tanker. We have over 50 firefighters around who are helping us to be able to bring the situation under control. So within the next 2 hours, if the situation should remain the way we are seeing, we should be able to bring the situation under control.
Who go school? Hey, who go school? Hey, me puso asama ojina. Hey, why? Ha. Ojina say. Go, mama police for abecho. Go chiraba mama police for abecho. O aka kitwa. Wan ko to ano. Ha. Me she black na guzo no. Who go school? One could do chat. Let's start with us here. Hey, why could do? Why? Who do go school? Ha, Michelle Black in the one. Move a school, my bad penny for no. What's that? Who post school now, baby? Nanny, a sound call. Yeah. Hey, blah. Hey. 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 Ha. That's a goom. Yeah. Oh, to get down. Hey. Who did I say? That be way, what did I say? Who did I Hey. Who did I castre? And I did I say? To a friend say. Who went to ABCD? Wouldn't me? Hey, and I wouldn't could do a channel. Hey, I broke Ghana and penny 4 pounds. Hey, so I could do. Hey, a first sample, you know, save you. Some pro pa. Hey, Chinaman Cosca Mamusia. So what? Obaba.
Ladies and gentlemen, she is now ascending into history as the first female Vice of the Republic of Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, Madam Vice President, Her Excellency, Professor Nana Opoku Achiman. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
And this man is not new to all of us. We've been with him over the years. Unbelievable. And many people didn't know, but many years down the line, she's here now as the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, and I am definitely very proud of her.
And she is a woman of many firsts. Not only was she the first Vice Chancellor of the State University of Cape Coast, she's also climbed to the highest point, one of the most incredible opportunities ever granted. Ladies and gentlemen, she is now ascending into history as the first female Vice President.
Well, Allah, Yama, my Babu, oh, Obama, because I'm thinking, then I go at Timbalano, go, my brother, go. Oh, you all that and then. Oh, my back to her. What you could do, my TV now. Allah, for you. You're ready to go. I don't know what that is. Small boy. Baby. 4 years. Go. Allah. That's so. For you. Oh. You're ready. You watch my phone. I watch about it. Watch my phone. I say Allah. You grew up when I say so. Because I'm saying there, Mama, what I'm now, there's also bracket, only brackets, yet to think what I know. One could speak from near to man yet, so it's small boy, the map over. But look, you're ready to go. Allah, I don't want to say, Allah. Oh, go when you go down there to the Alpha. That's them. And I don't know how you need only could do my TV. Mama way. After the way to school, but I don't get to go to the man yet. One was there one small boy. We are bragging to you. Yeah, the man in board. They tell us Maria. So, Allah.
Government is broke, government is broke. But people are spending billions to go inside the government that is broke. Have you ever seen a minister who resigned because government is broke before? Government has no money. Have you ever seen a governor who said, ladies and gentlemen, when I was elected, I thought the government had money. Now I discover government has no money, I resign. Have you ever seen it? Government has no money, but they are bringing money out at election time. Where is that money coming from? So they are lying. What is happening is that there are two types of wicked people in government. Type 1, they eat current money. Any money they find in government, they will eat it. They are wicked about that one. There is type 2. Type 2, they eat current money and future money. They will say, my term will end next year. When I leave, how will I eat money? Let me borrow money now and borrow money of the future and eat it now. Government is broke, government is broke. But people are spending billions to go inside the government that is broke. Have you ever seen a minister who resigned because government is broke before? Government has no money. Have you ever seen a governor who said, ladies and gentlemen, when I was elected, I thought the government had money. Now I discover government has no money, I resign. Have you ever seen it? Government has no money, but they are bringing money out at election time. Where is that money coming from? So they are lying. What is happening is that there are two types of wicked people in government. Type 1, they eat current money. Any money they find in government, they will eat it. They are wicked about that one. There is type 2. Type 2, they eat current money and future money. They will say, my term will end next year. When I leave, how will I eat money? Let me borrow money now and borrow money of the future and eat it now. Government is broke, government is broke. But people are spending billions to go inside the government that is broke. Have you ever seen a minister who resigned because government is broke before? Government has no money. Have you ever seen a governor who said, ladies and gentlemen, when I was elected, I thought the government had money. Now I discover government has no money, I resign. Have you ever seen it? Government has no money, but they are bringing money out at election time. Where is that money coming from? So they are lying. What is happening is that there are two types of wicked people in government. Type 1, they eat current money. Any money they find in government, they will eat it. They are wicked about that one. There is type 2. Type 2, they eat current money and future money. They will say, my term will end next year. When I leave, how will I eat money? Let me borrow money now and borrow money of the future and eat it now. Government is broke, government is broke. But people are spending billions to go inside the government that is broke. Have you ever seen a minister who resigned because government is broke before? Government has no money. Have you ever seen a governor who said, ladies and gentlemen, when I was elected, I thought the government had money. Now I discover government has no money, I resign. Have you ever seen it? Government has no money, but they are bringing money out at election time. Where is that money coming from? So they are lying. What is happening is that there are two types of wicked people in government. Type 1, they eat current money. Any money they find in government, they will eat it. They are wicked about that one. There is type 2. Type 2, they eat current money and future money. They will say, my term will end next year. When I leave, how will I eat money? Let me borrow money now and borrow money of the future and eat it now.
All right, so good morning, and welcome to Good Morning Ghana on the Metro Television. The show is also live on 94.1 FM. My name is Audu Moro. It's always a pleasure coming your way. It's a beautiful Wednesday morning. This is the day the Lord has made, and indeed we're glad in it. And we want to say a big thanks to the Almighty God for giving us that rare privilege of returning here to join the nation's conversation on the big issues that are making the rounds in our dear country, Ghana. And indeed, there's a lot to talk about this morning. But let's look at what the newspapers are reporting on their various front pages. So I'll start with as always, the Daily Graphic. Daily Graphic this morning says, stay off retail markets, GIPC cautions foreign investors. And there's also address unions fragmentation, former TUC boss to organized labor. Apiate reconstruction did not cover livelihood restoration committee fund trustee. Utilities propose increments for uninterrupted power, water supply. The Ghanaian Times, government secures $1 billion deal to support 300 small-scale mining operations. Sami Jemfi. Encroachment pushes up construction cost, housing minister. And as Abronye remanded into police custody. DPS B5 Plus offers scholarships to children of helicopter crash victims. The Daily Guide, Abronya DC caged in Black Maria, and there's a licensed mine hijacked, national security accused, NDC MP in the mix. Small-scale gold exports hit $6 billion. Gold board. Otunfo to visit Akwamuhine. And there's also B5 Plus, DPS, Lifeline for Helicopter Crash Victims, Kids. The New Crusading Guide. National Gold Refinery, Assay Lab in the offing, Gold Board. The language is certainly not my language. Kwame Pienu responds to viral statement with his picture attached. Minorities calls the police over Abronya. Black Volta, Sankofa projects now wholly owned by ENP. And there's newly appointed medical doctors not paid for 8 months. Appeal for immediate intervention. Hope beyond tragedy. B5 Plus and DPS offer lifeline scholarships to children of helicopter crash victims. The Metro Lens. Gold board to refine gold locally. Sami Jemfi. Abronyest arrests. Minority slums police accuses government of political persecution. In Sawam Edwejiri MPP demands police action against NDC executives over threats to minority leaders. Daily Post. Audit uncovers over 1,000 babies on National Service Authority. There's Gold Board secures land to build state-owned gold refinery in Ghana. And there's also invest pension funds into gold value chain for productive returns. Sami Jemfi tells fund managers. And as I was subjected to a lie detector test at NSB and the Kufado's government, Eric Ejay. The Custodian. Tolong MP disburses over 300,000 cedis to needy students. Bamia campaign trail hits Kumasi today. Minority decries Abronya's detention, political persecution. There's also Zambians make waves again in U.S. Small-scale gold exports beat large-scale sector gold board CEO. Gideon Boako exposes Tano North MPP secretary over wicked lies against Baumia. The Daily Searchlight. Ashanti's deadliest road in Ghana kills 3,131 in 5 years. TUC has been a pillar in Ghana's development statement. Otunfo invites President Mahama to Asante Hime's royal funeral. Capital Rural Bank records impressive growth in 2024, Chief Executive. And there's also TUC has been a pillar in Ghana's development. That's a statement. Let's now look at the Insight newspaper. China's Xi Jinping, proponent of a more just world order, 24-hour economy vision crucial for Ghana's economic growth and speedy transformation. Julius Deborah. There's chasing the elephant far to the bush. Dr. Atta Kennedy writes on the need to save MPP. GJA calls for executive instrument to criminalize assault on journalists. La Shikilitele Ni Ajay Kofe the fourth urges peace and moderation as ban on noise-making is lifted. Monica's story, the woman shipped from Ghana to Portugal in 1556 to stand trial for using traditional medicine. The Informer. OSP, others called to act on Fifi Kwete's allegation on Luther's defenders. There's also for corruption, nepotism and lavish styles. Gen Z's force Nepal MP out. MPP cracks over development fee. Serene Insurance CEO grabs 2 awards, styles companies' growing influence in the industry. Nurses on warpath with government threatening 3-day demo. The Inquisitor. Resetting and rewriting gold narrative. Ghana is on course, Sami Jemfi reveals. Disorder in MPP, Chairman Boga targets Kodia Nanabi. Akogan speaks wisdom. There's Ebuakwa South MP shares position on the examination malpractice. The Herald newspaper. Mystery robbery sparks a new twist in national service crisis. Laptops with source code stolen in East Legon break-in. There's MPP General Secretary not on talking with Chairman as Vice Chairman reveals poor preparation for Akwetia by-election. ECG, Ghana Water and NEDCO sets Mahama up. Demand huge tariff ahead of media encounter. Volta and Ashanti students Lord Apenyo marking support for education. There's B5 Plus, DBS International offers scholarships to children of helicopter crash victims. The Daily Statesman. VIB urges Africa to turn climate risk into opportunities. Kwabene Japan, I offer message of hope for MPP. Minority cries foul over weaponization of state agencies against MPP actors. Gold Board has provided critical support for City. Sami Jemfi. The Accra Times. Paul Afoko breaks silence after 9 years. Reforming MPP was my priority, but I was misunderstood and treated unfairly. There's Be Guardians of Truth. Bring Back Board's task journalists. Protect Ghana's peace and unity. Zanato Ajima Rawlins to youth. Let's consolidate the gains. Former Bring Back boss. NPA Chief Executive inaugurates committee on EV charging point at fuel stations. The publisher, or the Ghanaian publisher, Bamia storms Ashanti to rally support. A Gold Board secures $1 billion deal to develop 300 mines. There's also helicopter crash, B5 plus, DBS grants scholarships to victims' children. Minority condemns Abronja's detention, decries rising political persecution. And also the Business and Financial Times. Obasanjo charts bold path for Africa's economic sovereignty. Government announces $1 billion gold sector overhaul with national refinery to end raw export. Microfinance sector in precarious position. That's according to Gasfin chairman as regulation precedes policy. Fidelity MD lays out path to inclusive growth and economic resilience. So yeah, that's it, and that's it for today's newspapers in terms of the headlines for today. I want us to check out what Metro TV Online has in store. Please, let's look at this.
Hello, my friends. My name is Calcate Toothpaste. Wow. I was made to be gentle on your gum but protected I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush. Makes your teeth stronger, chicky whiter, chicky stronger. Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Kel Kids, happy smile.
In life, choice is good, but choice plus safety is way better. Your safety and comfort is paramount. Under the cylinder recirculation model, you can buy LPG in a safe environment. All cylinders are inspected and maintained to the best safety standards, so your safety is assured. Just take your empty cylinder to the nearest exchange point and swap it for a filled cylinder. Different cylinder sizes will be available to meet your pocket size. Imagine cooking in a smoke-free environment. This will improve the health and well-being of you and your family. Choose LPG in a safer model of distribution. Cylinder recirculation model. Securing your safety. Creating more jobs. A message from the National Petroleum Authority under the patronage of the Ministry of Energy.
Yes, next. Hey, Nadia Benson, Asamo.
Me didn't tum. Mr. Frammy Calico, just call me cockroach. Now, Mr. Frammy once now. Hey, that's you. Improve car. Yeah. Captain was key to double the action. Me did this sasso spray. Mr. Frammy sasso quell. Yeah, go to my sasso. Come tum preko.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame? As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, Mommy.
The second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswa. Why wouldn't he be late? Or being late, of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. Go be the luckiest. Copy from Georgia be luckiest. From not the pure cause she be luckiest. Me and you go be luckiest. No better why you luckiest. Everybody go be that luckiest.
That's Kwame.
Send your God the boom. If you put it toye, so would the coming of the son of man be. Is that his car?
Everywhere.
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompts and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Some loves are born in the blink of an eye.
I've been madly in love with her since the first time I saw her. Then let's get married today.
I'll be the happiest woman in the world by your side.
And they kill your soul in a flash. Televisa presents You Are the One. Angela dreams of keeping her promise to be a great doctor and help her people. To Alvaro, ambition is stronger than his dream. And this greed will lead him to commit the worst betrayal to the woman he loves.
I will have a husband no matter what.
Samantha, will you please marry me?
Turning all her dreams into painful disappointments. And dangerous consequences.
I've been waiting for you to answer my calls, Alvaro. I haven't heard anything from you. I've sent you so many messages, but you've never responded.
Have you left the bus station?
I just want to pay my debt and get out of here. Her photographs are going to sell fast, and she will be our gold mine. Our clients will love those.
Are you looking for a boyfriend? Are you all right?
You Are the One is proudly sponsored by The Luckiest, Appointed Time Printing, Blue Jeans Energy Drink, Samu Spices, and Givers Herbal Center.
In Ghana's evolving economy, staying informed isn't an option. Business never sleeps. Markets shift. Deals are made. Power moves happen. From the boardrooms to the marketplaces, from government policies to global market trends, we bring you the insights, the analysis, and the strategies that shape your money, your business, and your future. Join us every Tuesday and Thursday from 12 noon to 2 p.m. on Good Afternoon Ghana Business on Metro TV, your ultimate guide to Ghana's evolving business landscape.
Fifra ye free nyina ye de obedientia de ya fugia ne aduane saasuro pintin bi aseda ome de ye di koye mu ne de awie nyina na makuafo modem mo so won fifre su ne nya bidio na so bate aseman Ghana mu a akuafo akoya abo pupu obo wasio na so da su kache wona san fifre mama mu nyina nya bidie na nso mpuntudwo mu aka akiri pa ekwan ben ne befa so ama akuafo fifre ho abanfa so de aban hyehye ne dwumadi ahodo ode bre akuafo no bo wote ase feed Ghana ye den na nkokọ ketenkete so mfa so ama akuafo nso ye den weinti na hyehye dwumadi esunkwa ya to ne akuafo mo ye de bre original TV and Metro TV so dwumadi beba akwanya ama mpanyimfo anim de ewa ba fukaye mu akire wadwen ye je akuafo ha no amane akogye mu aye e de afri aba mu mpanyimfo ho enimi ni ehia akuafo nyonko samo honto eda joada enwumre no nso kosi ne no nwotwe e original TV so saanso na da yawada enwumre no nwotwe kosi no nkono e Metro TV so akuafo mo Ghana akuafo abomode na yempene wo.
Ekwiafomo is sponsored by ACAP Compost. ACAP Compost comes in 3 varieties: ACAP Compost, ACAP Compost X, ACAP Compost Plus.
Back in the day, tuning radio from morning, and you don't want to miss out because anybody who comes on is massive.
Back in the day on Metro TV, Mr. BKD anywhere.
Back in the day, mentioning the place that you used to live, no, that meant that you were Dadaba.
Oh, how?
Because we are the ones who went to Saito.
I wasn't really a nightclub person.
No, I mean,
the only times I went to the nightclub, Dixon took me.
Yeah. You have a Walkman by your side. Now that was your selector. The Walkman was your selector. So when you play the first song and you want to change the song, you have to start cueing your next song through your headphone.
Hi, my name is Ivan Kwashigan. I'm the CEO of Farmhouse Productions. I'm a film director, producer. You are watching Back in the Days with Sammy B on Metro TV.
Massa, we a guy and yes, Sammy B a feature. This is Back in the Day. Keep watching.
Back in the Day is brought to you by Telecel Ghana.
In Ghana's evolving economy, staying informed isn't an option. Business never sleeps. Markets shift. Deals are made. Power moves happen. From the boardrooms to the marketplaces, from government policies to global market trends, we bring you the insights, the analysis, and the strategies that shape your money, your business, and your future. Join us every Tuesday and Thursday from 12 noon to 2 p.m. on Good Afternoon Ghana Business on Metro TV, your ultimate guide to Ghana's evolving business landscape.
Smart, bold, unapologetic. This is Annie Ampafo. The voice of reason, a force of media. She's the one Ghana turns to every Monday morning for the headlines that matter and the conversations that shape all of us.
And on the basis of Article 34, that's the Directive Principles of State Policy, we meet here again this morning, and you're welcome to Good Morning Ghana.
And when the afternoon rolls in, she's back, cutting through the noise, asking the tough questions, and bringing clarity to the issues that matter.
A committee to investigate containers carrying ECG cables that are meant for Ghanaians or meant to provide light for the good people of Ghana.
In the morning, in the afternoon, Annie Ampafo isn't just reporting the news. She's shaping the conversations that shape all of us. Annie Ampafo, smart, fearless, unmatched, only on Metro TV.
That is a proposal from ECG. ECG doesn't set tariff. Tariff is set by the PURC. So as part of the stakeholder engagement, ECG as a stakeholder have also come out with their proposal. So it doesn't necessarily mean that that is what we are going with. So I would just want to take this opportunity to address the public that they should just discount that it is a stakeholder and everybody has the opportunity to also air their views. So ECG has aired their views, but that is not what PURC would work with. It's PURC which sets tariff. And we know, as part of the IMF conditionalities, Ghana will do a quarterly adjustment. And then in September, October, we do the MITO, the major tariff adjustment, which currently is getting closer. So that is why the PURC is engaging all sector players. And I believe that is why also ECG as a stakeholder also made mention of what they project. But that doesn't mean that's what we'll work with. With all things working out, at the end of the day, I am very hopeful that the PURC come out with a tariff that is reflective of the costs and then also actually also considerate of the current economic situations as well. The tariff adjustments is the PURC has the role. And that is why even the PURC, even though it's an agency under the ministry, reports directly to the presidency. So I think that if there's a need for any intervention from government, it will be communicated from the presidency.
Would you say that the fight with illegal mining is satisfactory enough?
It's always a challenge, and now I'm not in that space, so I have to be very careful when I'm making comment on that. It is always a challenge to fight the illegal miners and all that. But I think there is a consistency in the desire to actually not fight necessarily, but transform them into a regularized group of workers in that industry. I've always said that small-scale mining must be mining in small scale. So it must be responsible mining in a small scale, just like a big mining company will be mining responsibly and will be, responsibility will be demanded of them. And then you do that, but on a small scale. That's really the concept. There was a time when it was completely outlawed to do small-scale mining. And then a law was passed to say, look, you can come and do it legally, lawfully. But people choose. And sometimes also based on some other conditions, they are forced into that. So the consistency of government to try and address that combining, soft touches to some bit of hard move is right. I think there must be that consistency of action.
Others have also supported the fact that there's supposed to be a declaration of state of emergency.
State of emergency is a very serious declaration. So for Ghana or for government to declare state of emergency, even though we have some existential questions about the impact of mining on water bodies in particular, declaring the state of emergency seems to suggest that things are almost out of hand, and until you declare that. You can declare some moratorium. You can declare some period that, look, let's do this, let's do that. But to say, state of emergency, I think is a serious declaration to make. And I understand why people are asking for that, but I don't necessarily support that.
Remove major incentives for goods smuggling, such as the scrapping of the 1.5% withholding tax on unprocessed small-scale gold, and intensify the fight against illegal gold trading and smuggling through the establishment of the Gold Board Task Force with reward for whistleblowers. These preliminary measures, ladies and gentlemen, have begun to pay off already, as they have led to record high gold exports, both in volume and value this year. Since January up to the end of August 2025, small-scale gold exports undertaken by or through the Gold Board, working closely with the Bank of Ghana, have hit a record high of 66.7 tons, with an export value of approximately 6.3 billion United States dollars. What this means is that the volume and value of small-scale gold exports from January to August 2025 alone have exceeded the total small-scale gold export outing for the whole of the year 2024. That is from January to December, which stood at 63 tons with a value of about 4.6 billion United States dollars. It is also instructive to note that the small-scale gold exports continue to surpass those from the large-scale mining sector, which stood at 65.1 tons, with an estimated value of approximately 5.6 billion United States dollars for the period between January and August 2025.
It is too early to rate them because they haven't done anything since they came. Should I say, the hangover from that other government is what we are experiencing now. The CD which has gone down, they accept it, but they are doing propaganda. From Kwame Nkrumah's time up to 2023, our gold reserves, every country backs its currency with the gold. Our gold reserves was not more than 9 tons. But from 2023, when they decided to use that, by the time MPP was, it has moved to 30. Yes. Now, since NDC came, they have added just about 1, less than that. So,
right, so live on Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television, and this show is also live on 94.1 FM. And I've got some great news for you, actually, before I even introduce my guest for the show today. Now, of course, as a media station, we have only one aim, and our aim is to make sure that you enjoy the experience, but you enjoy the experience at your convenience, okay? That's one of our aims. And what I can tell you, I can share with you this morning is that as a way of making sure that you continue to be loyal to the Ignite Media Group, where Metro TV is a part of, the good news, as I want to share with you, is that the Ignite Media, our various media platforms are now on satellite. What this means is that you just have to tune in and you would find us. We're also on the multi-TV platform. so that it doesn't matter where you are. Once you have the multi TV decoder, you should be able to watch us live, on that multi-TV platform. So once again, let me say that we're excited to announce that Metro TV and Original TV, which are all part of the Ignite Media Group, are now broadcasting on satellite, and it can be viewed also on the multi-TV platform. So this thing where once in a while you call me and say, Charlie, where I am, I know if you find you for there. I say, no, well, we're working on that. Now you can find us. You don't have any excuse. That's the thing. So you can find us on the multi-TV platform. We're live there. Just grab your decoder and watch all our fantastic programs here on Metro TV and also Original TV as well. Okay, so our guests are seated. One of them is already seated, and I am always, privileged to welcome a man who is more like a big brother to me. I've known him for many, many, many years. He's always more or less like family, and he's made time to join us. He's a very busy man, but when we say he should come, he can't say no to the Ignite Media Group, and so he's here with us. I'm talking about the man Nee Lante van der Poel. He's a former member of parliament for Ododo Dio, and also he's the man who is superintending over the DRIP program, and so he's the national coordinator for DRIP, and he's here with us. Good morning.
Morning, bro.
How are you?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed.
And should I say Akwaba or Obake? Which is which?
Obake is more preferable to me.
Why?
That is our welcome in our dialect.
Obake.
Yes, Obake.
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 Obake. Obake. What does it mean?
It's like you being anxious to receive somebody. You be anxious to welcome somebody, and the person finally appears.
Okay.
Obake.
Okay. And should that be the universal way of welcoming people into Ghana?
Why should Akwaba be universal? Why should Akwaba be universal?
But we're one people.
If you get to the north, I would prefer to see Sendezwa. You understand? So that when I get to the north, I'll ask somebody, what's the meaning of Sendezwa? So that all of us will appreciate our cultural diversity.
Right.
Why should you enforce a particular lingua on the generality of the people? So that when we are in Accra, I would prefer to see Obake. When I get to a Volta region, Wezo. When I get to the north, Sendezwa. When I get to Ashanti, Akwaba. That's beautiful.
Okay.
You understand? It's beautiful. Weaving our various cultures into a one beautiful national trait, so that we are not identified only by a particular language, but the multiplicity of languages we have. We have thousands of languages, but the dominant languages in specific regions and specific areas should be allowed. So when I get to Nzima, why should it be Akwaba? Because maybe when I say Akwaba, even the person from Nzima do not understand. You understand? If I get to Dagbon, why should somebody say Akwaba when the person doesn't understand? Why shouldn't I be free to welcome somebody in my Dagbani language?
But
when I get to Adan, I don't expect anyone to say Akwaba. Moye.
Okay.
Then I will respond, yeah. Okay. It's beautiful. Don't you appreciate me when I sit with you? We speak Ga, we speak Twi, we speak Hausa, we speak.
No, it feels good.
It feels good.
Yeah, it feels good, no doubt.
I feel more Ghanaian when I could speak 2, 3, 4 other languages apart from my mother tongue. Unless we want to kill our diversity.
Okay.
You understand? I don't subscribe to forcing some people to accept another language as their language. Let us be free and learn and try to understand each other's language. That is what will keep us closer and much more united. Because when I meet you and I can speak your language with you, we bond better.
Right.
You understand? But if you will force me to speak somebody's language and kill my own language, I become a stranger within my people. And then when I meet you, I will not be able to communicate with you. But so we must allow people, because look, a lot of our people are concerned about this subtle attempt to make one language a dominant language over all other languages in the country.
Is that how you see it?
Yes.
Why?
Yeah, because critically speaking, if the people within the Gadangme area have asked that we have a Kwaba at the airport, it is not our local language. Welcome, fine. If welcome, all of us will accept. But once we put that Akwaba and the airport is in Accra, why don't you add Obake? Why should people fault them for saying that? Who airport? I want to see Akwaba. I want to see Wezo. You understand? Kumasi Airport, Akwaba, welcome. You understand? North, Tamale, I want to see Sendezua, welcome.
But I've heard...
So that when somebody reaches the heart, what's the meaning of Sendezua?
Okay.
Then the person is enriching his knowledge and his understanding of our culture.
But how about those who also argue, Annie, that in every country, there's always a dominant dialect. And that is not to say that the other dialects are not important, but always a dominant. If you go to Nigeria, for instance, Yoruba.
It depends on which part of Nigeria you go.
Well, in the southern part of Europe.
Yes, but you can't go to the north and say...
Well, that's true.
Yes.
It's the more... That's how...
You understand? So you can't come to Accra and insist that Akan is the dominant language.
In Ghana?
Can you go to Dagbon? Can you go to Dagbon and insist that Akan is the dominant language?
Generally, if you go to the parts of the north, people who speak Twi. There are some Twi speakers there.
There are some.
Yes.
But it's not dominant.
You go to... No, I mean,
What
generally in
about
Ghana, the average person will be able to speak Twi.
No, you see, the average person...
The average person in Ghana...
It's not true. It's not true. What's the basis of your conclusion?
Oh, but
what is the empirical
Twi
evidence?
has almost become like
what is the
our
empirical
lingua
evidence you
franca
have?
when we meet as
It
strangers.
has become almost. You have used the word.
Yeah,
almost like.
Yes.
But it is not. Almost like. It is not the same.
So what do you think is that dominant, dialect?
It
that
depends
we
on.
speak as a people?
It depends on which area.
Regardless
of
of
the
where you come from.
English.
Oh no.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. The second argument is this: that Obake. It's, I'm told, is to welcome somebody who you or whom you didn't even expect.
Yes.
To come back home. Right? So the person's traveled abroad and so on. If the person probably said, look, I'm not going to come to Ghana for whatever reason. The person returns home. And that would be a more ideal, a more appropriate, that's the word I'm looking at, a more appropriate way of welcoming the person.
No.
And not a regular, no. What do you make of that, those who make that argument?
The issue is that every tribe and how its languages were cultivated.
Okay.
So, for example, let me ask you a simple question. B-U-C-K-E-T. What does it mean?
B-U-C-K-E-T. K-E-T. That's bucket, isn't it?
Bucket.
Yes.
In Akan, what is it?
Bokiti.
Yeah. In Lagam.
It's almost the same. Is it?
So is it Akan language? I'm a simple question.
Okay.
So you see, people use circumstances sometimes, occurrences and the rest, to cultivate language. You understand?
Okay.
Sometimes people also learn language from other languages.
Okay.
Through interaction.
Right.
Obake is, we the Ghanaians are said to be settlers. So some people moved first. Before the others, they came like spies to take care. And in settling, it took a more longer time for the other group to come.
Okay.
So as soon as they came, they accepted, they welcomed them. You understand?
Right.
And it became part of our language, part of our culture. So we welcome people in that particular manner. So it is not something that you want to really define and give a meaning to. What is the meaning of Akwaba? Wako Aba.
Wako Aba.
Wako Aba.
So those
doesn't mean.
So those who say that Obake is for persons who have been away for a very long time and are now returning.
No. It's Obake is anxiously welcoming somebody.
Whether the person is away for
it doesn't matter whether the person is away or the person. Oh, I was expecting you. You've come, because we welcome everybody. The Ghanaians, that's how we say we welcome everybody.
Okay.
So you are welcome. Obake. I'm expecting you. So you don't make the person feel as if you were not expecting the person.
I see. Now, speaking about this issue about it's beginning to look like the
you see, I don't want this to create any sort of
I get it.
Confusion between Ghans
and some other tribes. Yes, but so what I'm saying is
the beauty. I'm looking at the beauty, because when I get to Kenya, a part of Kenya will use Asante Sane.
Okay.
You understand? To welcome you.
Yeah.
Others use another, depending on where they are in Kenya. It's the same with Tanzania. So it is beautiful when I can travel around the country and just by the entry points, I could get meaning of different languages.
Okay.
And all those languages will make an impact on me to understand just one thing. That, when I get to Kumasi, it is Akwaba.
Okay.
When I get to Nzima, it is this.
Okay.
When I get to Tamale, it is this.
Okay.
When I get to Ho, it is this. It's beautiful.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
That's fine.
Yes.
The government chair is actually appealing for the Gadangbe dialect to be taught in schools mandatorily.
It is part of let me say the regulations and policies of the Ghana Education Service, that the language, the dominant language within a particular area, should be the medium of instruction for children between class 1 and class 4, compulsorily.
Okay.
That's the policy of the Ghana Education Service, even when I was in primary school.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah, we all learned Ghana.
Yes. I went to primary school in 1970. That was the direction, policy at that time. I don't know whether that has been changed. As far as the last time I checked, it's not been changed. So I don't see why somebody is in school in Accra. When I went to school in Brown Harford region, compulsorily I did 3. You understand?
Okay.
So when I'm an Akan and my child is in school in Accra, I expect him to be taught in Ga or Dangbe. You understand? And it will help that child because that child is communicating in the mother tongue at home, that is Twi. And then at school, he's also learning Ga. So he will grow up being able to speak fluent in both languages in addition to English language.
Right.
Why do we want our children to learn French in primary school, Spanish in primary school, and not Ga or Ewe or Dagbani or Nzima? Why should a child in a school in Tamale be forced to do Twi instead of Dagbani?
You know, some of the schools are complaining that they're struggling to get Ga teachers.
Because they are not allowing those people to do that language in their training colleges.
Oh, so that's what the problem
Moro,
is.
let me tell you, my most regrettable thing as member of parliament is when I sponsored 5 people to the training college. They did Ghana. On completion, do you know where they were posted to?
Where?
One was posted to Eastern region, the other to Upper West, another to Western region, and 2 to Central region.
Oh.
I wrote to the Ghana Education Service. It was not acknowledged. What do you expect the Ghana man to go and teach there? And then you post people who speak only Akan or Akan teachers to Accra. And you post the Ghana teachers somewhere else. Unless it's deliberate, intentional, then I don't know whatever it is.
Wow.
At a time, the whole of my constituency, 50-something schools, we had only 5 Ghana teachers. And we had about 13 Akan teachers. Who says that we cannot have Ghana teachers? I've met so many Gandangwe people in other parts of the regions who are teachers. And they are proficient in the teaching of the Gandangwe language.
But the problem is what?
Transfer and administrative.
So that's
administrative imbalances.
So that's more of a policy issue.
Yes.
Which the
and
Ghana
I
Education
believe
Service
Ghana Education
must
Service must fix. You see, when you allow a people to feel that there is intentional attempt to dominate them through their culture, through their language, their music, it doesn't lead to national unity and national cohesion.
Right.
When you make people become vulnerable because of intentional submerging of their culture and language, you make them become antagonistic towards other people. Gans are not like that. Gans are very, very welcoming. We open our doors, and we open our arms to everybody. That's why we say Ablekumaba Kumawo. So the feeling amongst Gandangmes today is that there is a subtle attempt to virtually dominate us through communication and through our language. And I think it is not good. Somebody like me, who is more Ghanaian than anybody, you know why I say that all the time.
Yes.
My great-grandmother being a Northerner, my maternal great-grandmother being a Voltarian, my grandmother being Dangwe, my maternal grandmother being Ga and partly Fanti. It makes it difficult for me. I'm a full-fledged Ghanaian. Anywhere I pass, I have a family. So it makes it difficult for me when I sit down and people are complaining about these things. And when they complain more when they see you, because they think that you have the ability to influence policy. Moro, let me say we are in the Greater Accra region, Gandambe. And almost all television stations, almost all radio stations are speaking a particular language. You understand? And when you go to them and you want to even start a program in Gandambe, they will tell you, Nepa in the tea.
Yeah, because the person has to take a business decision, not a sentimental decision.
Communication and media is not only about business.
Okay.
It's also about development.
Right.
You understand? It's also about harnessing people for national development and national cohesion. If you're going to look only at the commercial aspect, you miss it. Because in development communication, we look at how communication can bring people together for a particular national cause. So I don't totally agree. I'm looking forward to. So then why do Metro get up and take your cameras and follow our festivals around? You spent a whole about 2 hours.
Yeah.
Following Omowo.
Yeah.
If you think it doesn't bring money, why did you follow?
True.
Right. You understand? That particular time, I'm sure your viewership went up.
Absolutely.
So it is not always about the money, because one of the key.
In fact, we're doing this year. Nothing has changed. Still, we're on the Homo beat.
Yeah, and I've seen not only Homo. I saw your cameras at Afashe. Yes. The last time when Togbe Toby Apede was celebrating, I saw your cameras there. I was there and I interacted with the crew.
Yeah.
It was whole coverage, the whole day. It's because you see some significance, you see some relevance, and you see the need for national development by projecting those cultures, and not for the money.
Right.
So I seriously think that people should not see this as tribalistic.
Right.
People should see this as a national discourse that is aimed towards bringing us together as a country. Because, Moro, I say we are blessed as a country. One of the things that has kept this country together, unlike the other countries around us, is because of our cultural diversity. It is easy in Ghana for an Akan to be married to a Ga.
Yeah.
For an Ebe to be married to a Dagomba. You understand? And so it's difficult for us to stand up against another. We are not in a particular country where we have two dominant, let me say, tribes, where they can wage war on one another, and kill millions. We are blessed that God has given us diverse tribal groupings, but united with a common purpose in building this country. And at every point in time, we must rather encourage one another and not try to dominate the other. Because the least tribe who one day rise up against domination. Some of the little conflicts we've seen around in the country is as a result of one tribe trying to dominate the other. Let's for example, what is happening in Boko. If we had accepted the diversity, you understand, of Boko, we will not be where we are.
Yeah.
If we have encouraged the diversity, we will not be where we are. But it's because of the attempt by one group to dominate the other that has led to the rebellious, resistance from those people who are about to be dominated. They will resist it, and that is what will lead to conflict. But when we build our diversity and we don't show any intention, any attitude, any behavior, any character towards dominating the other, it leads to a very fluid interaction between the tribes and for national growth.
I see. So you are for, let's change all the Akwaba signages?
No, I've not said that.
Are you for that?
No, I've not said that. I've said that we cannot have only Akwaba at the Kodoka International Airport.
Okay.
We can have Welcome, Obake, Akwaba. It's beautiful.
Okay.
When I get to Kumasi, Welcome, Akwaba. There's nothing wrong with even adding Sendezwa.
Okay.
Because of the large number of Muslims who throng the Kumasi airport.
Okay.
If I get to Tamale, I want to see Welcome. I want to see Welcome in Dagbani.
Okay.
I want to see Sendezwa. If I get to Ho Airport, I want to see Welcome, Wezolo.
Actually, my Dagbani or my Dagomba friends who are watching the show this morning, help us with the expression of "you are welcome," because Sendezwa is actually Hausa.
Yes, I know.
Yes. So help us with how to say "you are welcome," in Dagbani, and let's see how that sounds. Because I don't know, honestly, I don't know how it's said in Dagbani. So please help us with that. How do you say "you are welcome" in Dagbani? I really am curious to know that. Yes. Oh, sorry. You were talking about how
So that when I get to Takoradi Airport,
yeah,
I want to see Welcome.
Okay.
I want to see how we say Welcome in Nzima.
Okay.
Or in a hunter. It's beautiful.
Okay.
It's beautiful. So
Right.
that somebody like me, when I get there, I say, oh, so all this while, this is how we say welcome in Nzima. I'll be enriching my lingua franca. You understand?
Right.
If it becomes only, if I'm narrowed to only welcome Akwaba, you are not being fair to me.
Right.
Because I want to learn. Obake, Wezolo, Sendezua, this. And it's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
So that when I meet a friend in Tamale Airport,
someone has sent me a message. That was quick. It's Marhaba.
Marhaba. Like Marhaba.
Yes. Marhaba. You know,
So
in Hausa, you see this. It's almost the same.
It's almost
you
the
know,
same.
in Hausa, say Marhaba and say
Marhaba, yeah.
You know, but so in Dagban is Marhaba.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So what I'm even saying, so look at how beautiful it is.
Okay, so Al Hassan D Baba, who is our Northern Regional correspondent, he's also sent it. He says it's either Amaraba, which is welcome,
which is synonymous to Maraba.
Exactly.
Yeah, so send the Zua that I'm saying, is not.
It's actually Hausa.
It's Hausa.
Yes.
So in Kumasi, I can say, welcome, Akwaba. Send the Zua.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
Then in Tamale, I can say, welcome, Akwaba, Maraba.
Right.
It's beautiful.
Right.
It's beautiful. I don't see why we should be fixated with one thing all through. Because our port of entry should express the people who live within the area. You understand? So, Kwampoku gets to Accra. Kwampoku cannot speak Gan. But he gets to Koduka Airport. He say, welcome, Akwaba, Obaken. They will ask, Obaken. So he meets me, Obaken. Immediately we connect.
Yes.
Well, when he meets me and he cannot meet, he will say good morning or good afternoon.
Yes.
When he says Akwaba and I cannot express myself in Akan, we are stuck.
True.
You understand?
True.
Language opens doors for easy interaction between people.
Right.
People meet me and say, are you a Gan or an Akan?
Okay.
I said, look, I'm a Gan, but I grew up in Kumasi. I grew up in Sunyani. So I speak fluent Twi. And it's beautiful. If I don't mention my name and I'm speaking Twi, you think that I'm an Akan.
Yeah.
When you are speaking Gan, how many people will not? So that when I say people, you are called Moro, say, it's beautiful. As a country, it's beautiful.
Oh man!
And I'm saying that.
Let's you know what? Please indulge me. I know you're passionate about this. I didn't know you're passionate about it. I was just trying to welcome you in the Ghana dialect. But
yes, it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful. We should encourage.
All right,
all our.
So let me say that we also have been joined joined this morning on the other side by another very good friend and also a brother of mine. I'm talking about Kojo Poku. He's actually an energy expert, but he was very instrumental in formulating energy.
What do you reply when somebody says
Obake? And so he's here.
It's like Oradon.
Kojo, who you are?
No.
Enuga.
Small. You see, that's where I think that this is more of a civil education conversation.
Good.
Than the turn it's taken.
Good. Yes. So let me be very civil with my viewers.
Okay.
And let's do this. You're watching Good Morning Ghana. Please don't go anywhere. Very interesting conversation coming up.
Sometimes the unexpected happens and the hero falls down in his own story. But he needs not stay down for long. Cosmopolitan Health Insurance is your trusted health partner. Whether an individual building a business, with Cosmopolitan Health Insurance, your medical care is our concern. For the best health insurance solutions for corporate institutions, groups and associations, families and individuals, choose Cosmopolitan Health Insurance from our over 700 accredited health service providers nationwide. Call us on 0302 540 668 or 0501 678 547 for all your health insurance solutions. Cosmopolitan Health Insurance, your medical care is our concern.
I'm a branch manager. Of course, I accept only quality and affordable printed souvenirs for my promotional campaigns.
I'm the head of academic affairs of a very important institution in Ghana. Of course, we only deal with quality, reliable printing companies for our institution's printing materials. I'm talking about appointed time printing.
Appointed Time Printings. We take pride in our extensive print scope that transform your ideas into captivating visual masterpieces. We delve into the core objectives and vision of each print project. Precision printing is at the heart of our printing process as we meet your tight deadlines. Our rigorous inspection, color verification, and overall printing excellence are assured. 20 years of printing excellence. It's always a pleasure working with you to create a vibrant, dazzling printing experience that gives you a masterpiece. Appointed Time Printing, your world of quality and affordable printing.
Wabedum time aso. Hey, J. Watch it, na learning. Missy, watch and learn. Mekwaya mabesisia. Abozege. Akache say no ya konate and the more drink woman. Hey. But I didn't mean. Oh, sorry. She knew her old days. Eji, Dabio, baby wom. Ready? Hey, baby wom. Ah, Eji, I'll cause some discomfort. Ah. Sorry, uncle, where would the dad? Why your funeral? At your phone for Aerofield Trading. Sorry, it killed them all.
No mum share nanda danya was mosquito call is to do woman. Na say spray with them musa. Chaisima a dronum and sana ko dynamo.
And Kratoi FDA Ajatum.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, Mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswa dear. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be later? Of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. You go be the luckiest. Copy from Georgia be luckiest. From not the cause she be luckiest. Yeah, you go be luckiest. No matter why you're luckiest. Everybody go be the luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Send your God up boom. If you put it at so would the coming of the son of man be. Hey! Is that his car?
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompt and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Some loves are born in the blink of an eye. I've been madly in love with her since the first time I saw her. Then let's get married today.
I'll be the happiest woman in the world by your side.
And they kill your soul in a flash. Televisa presents You Are the One. Angela dreams of keeping her promise to be a great doctor and help her people. To Alvaro, ambition is stronger than his dream. And this greed will lead him to commit the worst betrayal to the woman he loves.
I will have a husband no matter what.
Samantha, will you please marry me? Turning all her dreams into painful disappointments. And dangerous consequences.
I've been waiting for you to answer my calls, Alvaro. I haven't heard anything from you. I've sent you so many messages, but you've never responded.
Have you left the bus station?
I just want to pay my debt and get out of here. Her photographs are going to sell fast, and she will be our gold mine. Our clients will love those.
Are you looking for a boyfriend? Are you all right?
You Are the One is proudly sponsored by The Luckiest, Appointed Time Printing, Blue Jeans Energy Drink, Some Spices, and Give It.
You're watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television, and the show is also live on 94.1 FM. Sorry about that. Neil Antevandapa brought me some granules, and so I was just tasting it, and that's why I see my lips moving up and down. But it's very tasty granules. Thank you very much, Neil. Yes, Kojo.
Yes.
Your take on this?
Obake. Yes, I think that, look, Obake. Even the way it's pronounced and all, that's what I'm saying is, before we went on break, I said that it's more of a civic education. The noise on social media and the banter is shaping it in the wrong way. It's a concerted effort to introduce certain language of the land where we are. If you're a guest of a land, it's only even befitting for you to be able to go. Imagine going to Menchia and you can't even speak. Me as an Ashanti, when I go to Menchia, I'll need a chami because I can't even speak well. How to greet, how to say certain things. That's what I'm saying. You don't speak well, right? I understand Chi, but you don't understand Chi until you go to Menchia.
Okay.
You might understand Ga, but you don't understand Ga until you go to the Mancha Palace and you realize that, Masa, your Ga is some things you say might be insulting. Yeah. So it's only befitting if the Ga traditional area and whoever came up with it that, look, let's have the greeting of the land. In addition, not to replace. Because what I have heard, that is now saying, let's replace Akwaba with Obake. And it's now generating unnecessary noise. You cannot have an airport in Tamale, right? And only have welcome in Akwaba. If somebody is saying that, let's now introduce the language of the land Maraba. In addition to the two that we have. There's nothing wrong with it for me. But you see, you need to orient the people. Right. You need to educate so that everybody understands that going forward, you go to Cape Coast. There are the castles in Cape Coast. It will be well noted to have the way the Fantis say Akwaba in the welcome of the land, so that somebody will also go and learn certain things from. Because tourists coming into Ghana are not only here to look, it's sightseeing. So they are coming in and they can also learn something from the land. So he came, he knows Akwaba, he knows Obake, he now knows Maraba, and he knows what the Fantis say. Or he goes to Nzema, in Zilezu, he knows the Nzemas also say Akwaba. So for me, it's really much ado about nothing. It's mostly to do with civic education. Let's orient the people to understand that it's necessary to also promote, because I am very passionate about local languages. Our local languages have been very stagnant over the years. We've not added on to it because English is dynamic. That's why every year there's a revised Oxford and Cambridge dictionary. Right. Because as new things come into the world, they come up with new words for those new things. There are a vast vocabulary of things that are there today that did not exist 40 years ago. Do we have same in our local language? No, we don't. Funny enough, There's a lot of things we've never had in our local language, and we've never made the effort to have in our local language.
Okay.
All those things were derived from Portuguese and English.
Okay.
And some Danish language as well.
Just ask him, what's the local account language for bucket?
Bokiti.
Yes.
Bokiti.
Yes.
Yes.
In Ghana, say.
Yes, Bokiti. And you see, Tabo, Tabo is Portuguese.
Yes.
Right?
It's Portuguese.
Yes, for wood. Tabo,
wood.
yes.
It's Portuguese.
Portuguese for wood, yes. Tabo.
Yes.
Well, they were here, so.
But that's the point. I'm saying that we have not made the effort to have our own language. Right? Singlet. What do you call singlet?
Singleti.
What is it? Yeah. I mean, shimmies, whatever you call it, it's all foreign language, right? So the point,
that's how
we say kamisa.
Eh?
Kamisa.
That's singlet.
Yes.
You understand? So you see, the Ghans, because of their migration in,
Yes.
they came with certain languages from where they were. They knew certain things. The accounts are worse because when we were there, a lot of things we didn't know. The Fantis have a lot of things because when the Portuguese came and the Danish and the foreigners came, they brought certain things and they adapted it. And over the time, it's now permeated into the local language. But why I'm passionate about our language is that there should be an effort to make our local language dynamic. We say Abefu for everything, right? What is Abefu?
Brofo.
I mean, Abefu should be Abefu this, Abefu this.
Brofo.
Meanwhile,
Brofo.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay, so if this proposal or proposition is anything to go by, so you arrive at Kotoka and you see Obake and then you see Akwaba. Must we replicate this policy of welcoming people who come into this country through both, and please excuse me, when I say a foreign dialect, I'm using within the context of what we're saying foreign because we're in a Ghana land. So Akwaba, I can argue it's foreign in that exactly. So then you have an Akwaba and you have a local dialect. So if I go to say Tamale, and of course some of my Dagomba friends are telling me that the Maraba or Maraba is actually a derivative from the Arabic language, which is true. And you talked about Tabo from from the Portuguese language. So it is what is it? It's language. When you read about language formation, these things are not new or they're not strange. If I go to Tamale, must I have a Maraba and what other language?
No. See, let's not go there. There should be a consensus on what it should be. If we try to do that, then we will have
the consensus should be Akwaba everywhere, but plus
not necessarily Akwaba everywhere. You see, Akwaba has been
because there's airport at Tamale.
No, but that's the point. I'm saying
Why?
Internationally, Akwaba is our signature. It's been accepted.
Right.
You understand? So I don't think that.
So maintain that.
Akwaba.
Okay.
Akwaba is a signature now, where everywhere everybody sees Akwaba.
Right.
I'm just saying that. Add. You should add. Because that will also give the meaning. When somebody sees something next to Akwaba, he knows that you are trying to now add to it. It's like you go to a French, the European country. European countries always have French, English, right?
Okay.
And then because those are the most spoken languages.
When you get to Ireland, they have their language. They have a particular welcome and then also
welcome their language.
And the Irish.
Exactly, the Irish language.
Wales, the same.
Same thing, yes. Because they have their own local language.
Right.
So I'm saying that what the tangent you are going on, that one there will have an appendix.
Okay.
If you want to now go and say that, okay, because there is Dagomba, there is Mampusi, there's Mampruli, there's all the other languages in the north, you want to now go and start that conversation, it will not ever. Let's choose the most dominant. Because when we were kids, you turn on GBC.
Okay.
What were we doing? Akan language, Akan drama in Zima.
Yes.
Akan language in Dagmani.
Yes.
Akan language in... so there are main languages that has been adapted as a way. But my point is that you go to Zulezu. It's only fair to have the Nzema way of welcoming.
Okay.
And then Zulezu. It's fair. I don't see a problem with that.
Okay.
Is it moral? You see, what my brother has said is something that we have not really looked at.
Okay.
When I get to Fantiland and the way they greet, I say, Mema Abrao. You see, it's so beautiful. I go to Adan the way they kneel to greet. You go to that one. The way they kneel to greet. And it's a whole like routine that people go through all the time. And I'm saying all these things are beautiful if as a country we can weave them together and they will exemplify our national cohesion and cultural diversity.
Okay.
When we decide to narrow ourselves to one particular language or culture, we tend to kill the others, which will not serve us right. And just as I was saying, if there is something that has kept our unity, it's our diversity and our decision as a people that no matter where I come from, I see Kwampoku, I see him first as a brother. Kujopoku.
Yeah.
I see him first as a brother before where he comes from.
Yes. And before the jersey he wears.
Thank you. You understand? If we don't do that, and I've given you a simple example. I said, look, the only answer to the problem we are having in Boko is the attempt by one particular group to dominate the other.
Right.
You understand?
Always been the conflicts. Conflicts have always been because of dominance.
Yes.
And that is how the world has been shaped the way it is. Domination. I mean, that's what it is.
Right. Okay. So, Obake. Hey, I'm struggling with this, even though I speak. That's for this one.
You speak Ga. You speak Ga a lot, so what's the problem?
But it looks like even among the Gans themselves, Obake is not very popular.
No, you see, because when you go to the Dangme area, they are also different. Moye. The Dangbes will want to say Moye, then you respond Ye. You understand? The thing about Gandangme language is that it's not like, it's also like a can, but not really, because then when you move from Ekuyapim towards Kwewu,
it dilutes. It dilutes, yes.
You understand?
The environmental influence.
Yes.
Yeah.
The same when you get to Kumasi, the language is different from Kumasi to Sunyani, the language is different, but it's the same Akan.
Okay.
So the language, the Ga, which is spoken by people around even Amasaman and Ofanko, Pokwa, said it's even different from what is spoken in my area, Gamashin.
Okay.
Because the influx of other languages affects the language.
Okay.
You understand? If you move from Accra and you get to Teshin, Nungwa, you have the purity of the language. You understand? Sometimes when Nungwa people are speaking Ga, I struggle to understand.
Wow.
Yes, I'm being frank with you.
It's deep.
If you move from Nungwa towards Tema, it's different. From Tema towards Po, different. From Po to Adan, it's different.
See.
From Ningo towards Adan, then you move into the real Dangme.
Okay.
You understand? If you move from Adan towards Dodoa, then you getting into the Dangme that is diluted a bit, Krobo.
Okay.
Which is still Dangme.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So that is what makes it a bit difficult for you to have one unified, one strong language for the Gandangwe people.
Okay.
Because Kodiopoku sitting here, unless he tunes off, it will be easier for him to understand Ebono.
Yeah.
You understand?
That's true. Okay.
It will, but when you speak, so somebody speaks Bono and somebody is standing there speaking Sefi, you see some little resemblance. But they are different. Western region.
But Sefi is completely different. When I go to Bebieni and those areas, I don't understand what they say.
Yes, you will not understand.
But it's still because that influence is also from the Ivorian side.
Quarter.
Oh. Yes. So what they speak is really Sefi is where I struggle to listen. I struggle to understand. You think it's a complete.
Sounds more like Nzema.
No. Sefi is Sefi. They have their own language.
And the dialect is called Sefi.
Can you believe?
No, I don't know what the dialect is called,
Okay,
but their language is different. When you go to the Bembiani, the Western North, the Bodi and all those areas, their language is different. It's not. I struggle to understand what they say.
But
in fact, I don't understand what they say.
It's an Akan dialect.
It's an Akan dialect, yes. It's a derivative of Akan, but they speak it completely different. Wow. Because again, you are getting towards the border of the Ivory Coast, and that is also influenced by that area.
Do you know Nzima is different from Ahanta?
Okay.
But look at how close they are.
Interesting.
So it's beautiful. One region we could have so many languages.
But we need to settle on one.
Yeah, we're settled on one. All right. So I have a number of messages, and in relation to the conversation we're having. Now, Abu Bakman, who is with the Movement for Change, he says that Moro, in actual fact, Akwaba doesn't mean welcome. He says the proper word for welcome is Abeye.
Abeye. Yeah, some people use Abeye.
Interesting. Akwaba is specifically used for an indigene who has traveled and returned home safely.
So like Obake.
Obake. He said we are only fighting over a corrupted word.
Wako Abba.
Wako Abba. Yeah. No, but your very good friend Jimmy Quest.
Yeah.
He thinks that a more appropriate expression to welcome people should be Awawa too.
Let's move on.
Awawa too. He thinks, in fact, he thinks it's even easier to pronounce. But let me read. Let me what you can think about it. Let me look at this one from Farida. Farida is watching us from Spain, I believe. Farida, you're in Spain, aren't you? Okay, so this one says, he says, Moro, I'm happy about this topic on languages. Unfortunately, most schools in Accra teach Ekapumchi instead of having both. She says few schools like the youngsters give you both options, Ga, Ekapumchi, to select your choice. But the Gamanche doesn't want that option to be exercised. He thinks that it must be mandatory, because back in the day it was mandatory.
Yeah, it was.
When I was at the youngsters.
In fact, that's the policy.
Yes.
And you remember even leading up to elections, the vice president spoke about that.
Right.
She spoke about that.
Right.
That every child must be taught in the language of the area he or she is domiciled.
Right. Now she says, coming from Nima, I learned how to speak and write in Ga from school, but the problem is the Ga teachers cane a lot. So that's just on the lighter side.
The Ga teachers
have caned her past. So she's having a problem with them. Anyway, so this one here says that your welcome in Dagbani is Amaraba. Yes, we've talked about that already. Okay, so I guess that we can move to a more substantive conversation for today.
That means that.
But before we do that, I've been wanting to ask you, what's
Maraba,
the latest?
Maraba is very universal.
Oh yeah, very. Maraba,
very universal because there are so many places I've encountered Maraba, even in Ethiopia.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
And then Asante Sana is also very, very universal.
From where?
Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda,
Is
South
that
Africa.
Swahili?
I should think so. It's Swahili. I should think so.
I should be Swahili.
Okay.
Okay.
And so when I heard Asante Sana, I said,
But I wanted to ask you. So what's up with Drip? How's it going?
Well, it's going very well. It's going
you had a consultative forum just a few days ago, isn't it?
Yes.
What was it about?
It was an orientation and training program for our Drip coordinators, district coordinators from the Central, Western, and Western North.
Okay.
We've just gone around the country. We've now trained our district coordinators from all the districts and all the constituencies. As far as DRIP is concerned, it's 276 districts instead of 261.
Okay.
Yeah, because we have certain districts where we have two constituencies.
Right.
So in those situations, the former government thought it wise to make sure that every constituency have the equipment. So we have 276. We've trained all of them. We started from Greater Accra, where we had Greater Accra, Volta, and OT district coordinators all assembling in Adna. Then we moved to the north, where we had Upper East, Upper West, and Northeast assembling in Bolaga.
Okay.
And then we came down to Tamale, and we did for Northern Region and Savannah. Then from there we descended to Sunyani, having Bono East and Ahafo. And then we came to Kumasi for Ashanti and Eastern region. And we ended up in Takoradi for Western, North, Western, and Central region. Before then, we are done for all the regional coordinators. So now we have our regional coordinators in place. We have our district coordinators in place. We just started a program to do the nationwide training of our operators. Hopefully, by the end of the month, we will have finished with the training of the operators, and that will coincide with the end of the rains. Then we can move into full operation. We decided to use this period of the rains to train our people, to orient them, and to prepare them physically and psychologically for the job ahead of us. Moreover, the reason being that historically what we have seen, or what I have come to, is the fact that we give people, we set up state institutions, we initiate good programs like DRIP, but unfortunately we don't really train the hearts and the body of the people who are supposed to take up these responsibilities. And most often, they end up messing it up and the country losing a lot of money. By the grace of God Almighty, I have been alive in this country for long, and I've seen how many good initiatives have collapsed just for the mere fact that the orientation of the people who were given responsibility to manage those things, those programs, were not right. So I want to see people who sees every drip machine as a national asset, as my asset, and I need to protect it. And those are the people I want to work with. And so we took our time to really orient them and to prepare their minds. Because a lot of people, hitherto before the training, had thought that this was another opportunity for us to use government equipment, government machinery to make money for ourselves.
Right.
You know, people had intention of this opportunity to use the drip machine, rent it out, make money.
Yeah.
Use it to go and do private jobs, use it to go and do mining and other things. And I thought that, look, if people are going to work with me, then I need to let them understand that this is not my orientation.
Yeah.
And this is not the responsibility I've been given by government.
Mm.
President looked at me and decided that I should handle this. I believe he saw something in me, and he knew that I would be able to protect the national interest better. And I said I would want anyone who will want to work with me to also have the same attitude, so that I will also have the same belief in the person.
Okay.
And it's been good. It's been good. Some of them have testified that the orientation has changed their mindset, their behavior, their attitude.
Okay.
And no, so we just about to hit the ground running immediately after the rains, because we felt also that it doesn't pay to waste resources to undertake any road project at this time when it is raining.
Okay.
That's why the road projects that we are doing, just reshaping in the districts, if you don't wait for the rains to end and you do, you end up wasting money. What we've encouraged is that in situations where the rain has created problem of accessibility to people, we have gone in on emergency situations and rectified the problem.
Okay.
Let me say, for example, I've just come from Ashanti region where there was a problem between Oforikrom and Oforikrom district.
Okay.
And then Asokore Mampong. The road was unusable and unpassable. So they called in. We got JA Planful to go and service the equipment that they would need. And then we went in through the effort of the assembly, the two assemblies.
Yeah.
They mobilized resources. And we've made the road good. The bridge has been done. And the communities are very happy.
Right.
So I think that if all of us, and I want to use this medium to advise and to encourage every Ghanaian to take responsibility for their drip machines. The amount of money that government has invested in this program should not be allowed to go waste. Every Ghanaian should be interested in what the drip machines are used for. They belong to the assemblies. And as such, you must be sure that the assembly is using the drip machines to serve your interest. Because if we handle it well, it will create a lot of opportunities for our people, especially those who are in the communities far away in the remote areas of our district. Because they can easily access markets, they can easily access hospitals, clinics, educational infrastructure, and our children will not have to be crossing streams and rivers, risk their lives every day to access school. So people must be interested. This is not political, this is a national program, because that road that is unpassable do not discriminate.
Yeah.
Look, I get up today and I drive towards Anyaso. I cry for the people who live in those areas. Are we in Accra? Serious, Accra. Some of them park their vehicles at a particular place after work and walk home. In the morning, they walk back
to pick the
car because they cannot just access their homes. So it is something that all of us must get up and make sure that we make the assemblies use it for the purpose for which they were acquired and not for individual and personal interest. Because Moro, this country, I can say without any hesitation, and I don't owe anyone an apology about this, we are fond of destroying what belongs to the state. Abindia. You understand? Yeah. Abindia, so people can use it anyhow. People, and so many. Today, where's so many bad service?
Yeah.
Where's all these other institutions that were created to serve social interest? That is gone. So it got to let people think that private management of state assets could be more meaningful and serve as well than state management.
Yeah.
It's because we appoint people, we don't orient them properly, and we don't exert that sort of responsibility on them. And I think that this particular one, I'm happy. It's an initiative that was started as far back as President Rawlings' time. It came to President Kufuor, President Mills, John Mahama, Nana Akufo-Addo. Nana Akufo-Addo has really injected more into it. And President Mahama has come and he's going along with it, the same program, in order to serve a particular purpose.
Okay.
And for the first time, let me say this, 4 years, 5 years down the line, we can all sit down as a country and say that government invested so much into this program. This has been a benefit to all of us. Other than that, I don't think there's a need for us to do any of this again.
Okay. All right. So
it's serious because some people, let me tell you, some people, can you believe that some people are even arguing that, oh, why do we have this equipment? We should give it to private contractors.
I know, because they don't understand the concept. But look, when you give birth to something and it's blossom and it's doing well, you are a proud father of it. I mean, we came up with it. We thought it was the most beautiful concept that ever came up. Thank God to the innovative thinking of Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Bless you, my brother, for your... today he's starting his Ashanti region tour, so he should basically save trouble. So I'll join him tomorrow. But the point I want to make is that...
You're not contesting this time?
No, I'm not contesting this time. I have made it public that I'm...
But you just heard Neil Ante say that there's a concept that...
is being a running for running mate.
No, please, I beg you. See, somebody told me that Incredro or Medina San. I don't know who got it. Somebody told me Incredro or Medina San. I don't know who got it. I don't want me to be the recipient of all those Incredro that is money from the market.
No, you went for flag bearer.
Let me make...
You didn't get it.
We'll talk later.
You have what it takes to be a running mate.
We'll talk later.
I only speak the Ghana dialect. I don't know what is Incredro.
Incredro.
What
I don't even know what Incredro.
What is it?
So let me. We will talk later. I know your mischief is about to start, but no.
You know,
I know. But I'm saying that's fine. But I'm saying that let me be where I am. Let me be where I am. It's very important because that field is quite dynamic.
No, I don't see it, Kojo. Definitely, the running mate will come from Ashanti.
Am I avoiding what?
If he says that he he has heard.
Yes,
that there's some consideration.
There's no consideration, please. Let's move on. My brother, listen, I talk to my brother all the time. It is, listen.
Hold on.
I just greeted my brother who is on his tour of Ashanti region. Let's leave it and move it on. He has not picked anything because Dr. Bawumia has no. Listen, it is the prerogative and decision of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Yes.
He has not spoken to anybody and definitely not spoken to me. Oh, it's a blessing. Look, anybody who is called into a room and given and bestowed that honor, why would you say no? Yes. But the point is that I wanted to say something about drip, not when he is taking it. So let me say something about drip. I just greeted my brother who is starting his Ashanti tour, and we are wishing him well.
Wanted to know, you go take or you don't go take.
If it's offered, I will take. But the point is that I am not in a running. I'm not in a running of it. Let me.
Yes. You don't need
let me make my point.
All right.
So it's a beautiful concept.
Yeah.
But my small advice to me will be this: there are some constituencies that have it that don't need it as much. There are constituencies that are neighboring to these constituencies that need it more.
Yeah.
So let your coordinators be able to now move in support.
Yeah.
So I'll give you a typical example, Kwabre East, right? Yeah. Yeah. In the Kwabre East enclave, there's a lot of roads that when the rain stops, we need the drip machines. Places like Ofurikrom and most of the constituencies in Kumasi don't need it as much because those constituencies have more tarred roads. The coordinators should be able to talk and move those dormant ones to support the ones who are in the outskirts that need it more. So that's my small advice.
I'm happy with it. It's the same this thing we are doing. That's why we have regional coordinators. The regional coordinators will coordinate.
Yes.
Because there are some of the RCCs have the equipment.
Yes.
And they don't need it.
They don't need it, yes.
So if Kwabre has a lot of problem, but the equipments are not enough, we just have to move in.
Yes.
And there are some of the equipment that are not in the districts, but at the regional capital. For example, the dozer. The dozer is at the regional capital. It's not enough to go around the constituency, so they request for it. So if the dozer is in Kumasi and Kwabre need the dozer, there's absolutely no reason why it should be kept in Kumasi. It has to go and assist in Kwabre.
So that thing, makes sense. Like I said, for somebody to say that they don't see where they need for that, they don't understand how local government works. Okay, for me, people think that dusty roads are bad, but trust me, roads that are no motorable are worse than dusty roads because there are roads that sometimes it will take you. Look, in 2005, the Agogo area had this road to Kojokrom in the Agogo area, right? They couldn't even go to their cemetery. That was how bad it was. If they want to go to the cemetery, they have to put the coffin on these tractors, the one that had the small tires in front and the big tire. That's the only way they could go to the cemetery because the road was rocky and was unmotorable. We went in, they didn't tar the road, but did patching enough for them to be motorable. It's better.
Yeah.
You understand? So the most important thing for the drip machine is not to make sure that the roads are A-class that people want, but at least so that from point A to point B that takes 1 hour will not take 15 minutes. Though dusty, better.
Could you even let me add, the president is encouraging us through the sustainability ministry. We've had a relationship with the Indian government. The Indians have gotten to a level where they're using waste, plastic waste, to tar roads.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so recently when the Prime Minister of India came, there was that interaction. So the Minister of Sustainability and I have set up a committee. We are looking how we can utilize that Indian technology so that all this plastic waste we're having will be used with a little mixture of certain materials and then used. And what we want to do, this one is not for the capital towns, but for rural areas, the rural district. There are some district capitals who don't have even one tar road. Let me give you an example, Garu. So for Garu, then this, we'll use this to help, so that at least all the regional capitals will have tar roads out of it or coming into
less dust.
Yes, and then there is also this solution that we've had. It's an eco solutions or something. It's also a mixture that you mix with the soil of the soil that you've taken, you scooped from the road.
Yes.
Mix it up and spread it again.
The polymer.
Yes.
And so it seals it.
It seals it, and there won't be any dust. Yeah. Wow. But the road will still look like
brown.
But
no
dust.
The polymer seals it. Yes. So that technology exists.
Yes.
It's been to Ghana. Highways just rubbished it. some people brought it in. But Ghana as usual, if the person is not in 10%, he doesn't want to.
So it's not a tarred road. It's
not
supposed to be a dusty road.
It's brown. It seals. It's a polymer that basically mixed with the laterite.
Okay.
Mixed with the laterite and seals the road, so it gives it a rubber surface. So when it rains, it drips off. So it's sealed.
Yeah.
So rain doesn't get into it and dust doesn't come. That technology has been around. But as far back as 5-6 years ago, I know somebody who brought it into Ghana, tried to push it through the ministries. But Charlie, the usual Obake.
All right, so let's do this. Let's take another break. When we come back, we'll visit Gold Board and Sami Jemfi. There's quite a number of things that are happening. And if you look at most of the newspapers reporting it, so we'll find out whether some of the policies that he's introduced are good or bad. So we'll look at all of that. So this is Good Morning Ghana. Please don't go anywhere.
Chia winning Nara, we ding at the baby dapa. Media dear sonko cran e bremo. Now that what we are with the air Japan and bremo. And no any summer spices. Summer spices in here. And we wow no bebreo. Various flavors. Ubenya a yako. Ubenya nemchi. We do good jollof woman and we get there. Ubenya ye do good quam. We do good for you. Hot nako pibito. Na Emma with Piane. And yet there. When you mean ya, you can your cocoa for Eka.
Down with your communication talk. We all enjoy Uduba. That's some spices. One in the essence, no time. I'm going to get it. Some spices in a BTA. Daddy so say. Some spices. Some spices. Nyama chicken.
Some spices. In Sanaka in Ketwa, measure 10 grams. Your chicken, spaghetti, garlic and ginger, stew, can jollof, and the flavors of Bebre.
Some spices, yes, Saka.
My line of work, a confident smile is everything. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste keeps me on top of my game and ensures my smile is always radiant and bright.
With the tiring nature of my job, we spend several hours under the scorching sun. To keep our teeth white and our breath fresh all the time, we use none other than Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. You're on a Kessie and in a kit one.
Samayo Kendini, a who be here, Semetra Sapapadia to Amame Manfo. Kel Charcoal's natural ingredients, and a bomb is so buying, a man is swing, Nesansu Mama Hoto so a will beg you.
Kel Charcoal Toothpaste.
Choose Kel Charcoal Toothpaste for anti-cavity, whiter teeth, and fresher breath all day. Available in 80 gram and 150 gram. Grab yours today.
Kel, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
In life, choice is good, but choice plus safety is way better. Your safety and comfort is paramount. Under the cylinder recirculation model, you can buy LPG in a safe environment. All cylinders are inspected and maintained to the best safety standards, so your safety is assured. Just take your empty cylinder to the nearest exchange point and swap it for a filled cylinder. Different cylinder sizes will be available to meet your pocket size. Imagine cooking in a smoke-free environment. This will improve the health and well-being of you and your family. Choose LPG in a safer model of distribution. Cylinder recirculation model. Securing your safety. Creating more jobs. A message from the National Petroleum Authority under the patronage of the Ministry of Energy.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswa. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late? Of
course.
Star 712 hush, star 712 hush. Yeah, you go be the luckiest, go Kofi from Georgia be luckiest. From not the pure cause she be luckiest. Me and you go be lucky, luckiest. No matter why you're lucky. Everybody go be that luckiest.
That's Kwamio!
Send your goddamn for boom! If you put it to here, so would the coming of the Son of Man be. Is that his car?
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompt and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Some loves are born in the blink of an eye.
I've been madly in love with her since the first time I saw her. Then let's get married today.
I'll be the happiest woman in the world by your side.
And they kill your soul in a flash. Televisa presents You Are the One. Angela dreams of keeping her promise to be a great doctor and help her people. To Alvaro, ambition is stronger than his dream. And this greed will lead him to commit the worst betrayal to the woman he loves.
I will have a husband no matter what.
Samantha, will you please marry me?
Turning all her dreams into painful disappointments and dangerous consequences.
I've been waiting for you to answer my calls, Alvaro. I haven't heard anything from you. I've sent you so many messages, but you've never responded.
Have you left the bus station?
I just want to pay my debt and get out of here. Her photographs are going to sell fast, and she will be our gold mine. Our clients will love those.
Are you looking for a boyfriend? Are you all right?
You Are the One is proudly sponsored by The Luckiest, Appointed Time Printing, Blue Jeans Energy Drink, Samu Spices, and Givers Herbal Center.
Still watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television, and I'm here with Ni Lante van der Poel, who's the national coordinator for the Dixie Road Improvement Program called DRIP, and also a former MP for Ododo-Dio. Also with us is Kojo Nsafwapoku, and who is a presidential aspirant, a former presidential aspirant. Former presidential aspirant. He's also here with us. But he played a very key role in formulating and developing policies in the area of energy for the 2024 Bamia campaign team. I think you were the vice...
I was the chairman.
You're the chairman, yes, of the energy subcommittee.
Energy committee.
Oh, energy committee, all right, of the Bamia campaign team. So that's what he's done almost all his life. It's about energy. He does that with cheeky ease. So let's look at something that's happening within the natural resource space, and we're talking about gold, and here we're talking about Gold Board. Yesterday there was a big event, must have been I think 2 days ago or so, there was a big event at the Kempinski, I believe it's a Kempinski Hotel, and a lot of issues have come up. You look at a lot of the newspapers, they've carried it. It's about some initiatives that Gold Board is taking up, so we'll look at that briefly, and then we can look at the tariffs matter as well, because yesterday there was a stakeholder consultation, a stakeholder meeting with media people and some other persons on some tariff proposals by utility service providers, and we'll look at that as well. So those are the two key issues we'll look at for today. So we have about, so basically about 40 minutes to do, to end the show. But, so I'll start with the Ghanaian Times, and I'll look at a paragraph each so that we'll put all of that together. So the Ghanaian Times today, if you look at page 12, it says that so Cliff Ekufu, so the government has secured $1 billion investment package through a memorandum of understanding signed on August 2025 with 3 international direct mining companies, DMCs. Now, the initiative, according to the Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Gold Board, Mr. Sami Jemfi, would support the establishment of over 300 responsible small-scale mining operations and is expected to create thousands of jobs while boosting sustainable gold production. The Gold Board, in partnership with the Ghana Geological Survey Authority, is also undertaking a detailed geological mapping to build a robust national data repository and reduce the environmental impact of exploration. Speaking at the opening of the maiden edition of the Minerals and Mining Conference in Accra yesterday, Mr. Jemfi revealed that domestic gold refining would commence in October. So gold refining will commence in October 2025 through a partnership with Gold Coast Refinery and the Bank of Ghana. He added that plans were underway for a state-owned gold refinery and International Organization for Standardization certified asset laboratory near Kotoka International Airport, key components of the national strategy to shift Ghana from raw gold export to refined the bullion and gold-based products. He further urged private sector players, international partners, and local communities to join in the country's renewed push to turn its mineral wealth into long-term prosperity, job creation, and environmental stewardship. That's one angle. Now, we also told Gold Board has secured land to build state-owned gold refinery in Ghana. That's carried by the Daily Post of today. That's Mike Dokosi's Daily Post, and he says that Ghana Gold Board has announced plans to construct a state-owned gold refinery with local refining set to begin in October 2025. Speaking at the 2025 Mining and Minerals Convention held in Accra, Tuesday, September 9, 2025, Sami Jemfi revealed the land has been secured at Cargo Village near the Kotoka International Airport to host the refinery. I'm happy to inform you that on that same parcel of land secured by the Gold Board, we'll be building a wholly state-owned and international standard gold refinery to further advance the local refinery of gold produced in Ghana from S model of Indoko to gold. And the government's resetting agenda, the move aims to boost value addition, improve local beneficiation, and strengthen Ghana's position in the global gold market. Jemfi also disclosed that small-scale gold exports have surpassed Ghana's total 2024 output of 63 tons. Now, as of September 2025, exports reached 66.7 tons, valued at, okay, so the number is not here, but it says since January up to the end of August 2025, small-scale gold exports have been taken by or through the Gold Board, working closely with the Bank of Ghana, and hit a record high of 66.7 tons with an export value of approximately 6.3 billion US dollars. So that's another angle. Then there's another angle that says small-scale gold exports hit 6 billion. I've looked at that already in that earlier report that I gave you. And then the Crusading Guide, National Gold Refinery as Assay Lab in the offing, that's Gold Board, similar to what I read earlier. And then the today's Inquisitor, Ghana is on course, Sami Jemfi reveals. Look at that. Okay. And then the other one that says that Gold Board has given support, provided critical support for the city, and that story is on page 2. I'll also look at the paragraph, and then we can go. The Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Gold Board, Sami Jemfi, has touted the institution's pivotal role in stabilizing Ghana's currency, the cedi, through unprecedented foreign exchange inflows from gold export. Speaking during the maiden edition of the Mining and Minerals Convention held at the Kempinski Gold Hotel, so I was right. He said foreign exchange accumulation from gold export this year, particularly from the ASM sector, had been unprecedented. These much-needed forex inflows have significantly strengthened Ghana's reserves, improved balance of payments, and provided critical support to the Ghana cedi. He cited the unprecedented performance of small-scale gold export, describing them as turning point for Ghana's economy. And finally, this one, Ghana is on course. That story is okay. That's okay. Final one I intend to look at. Yes, so the story is here. Now, the Chief Executive Officer of Ghana Gold Board, Mr. Sami Jemfi, has said that Ghana is on course in resetting and rewriting the gold narrative. He said that although Africa has huge natural resources, it has failed to leverage the resources to advance the development, but said Ghana was changing the story, adding, it says, I am, however, excited to note that right in Ghana, Africa's leading exporter of gold, currently, we are resetting this narrative. And he says so gold board have begun to pay off already as they have led to record high gold exports both in volume and value this year. Since January up to end of August 2025, small-scale gold exports undertaken or facilitated by the gold board working closely with the Bank of Ghana have hit a record high of 66.6 tons. So basically telling us how many tons they have produced and how that is supporting the city, and going beyond just buying and exporting raw gold, they now want to refine the gold, and there are a number of gold refinery companies that are in the offing. So if you look at this, Gold Board Ghana Gold, so look at this Gold Board. So Ghana Gold Board, it says gold exports from January 2023 to April 2025, and it says gold assay and exports. You look at the data, is right there, what was inherited, what has been added, and currently where we are in the scheme of things. All of that is in that data or that table that we've just shared with you. Let me start with you, Honorable Lante. I mean, how close are you with Sammy Jeff? He seems to be doing well at Gold Board. Is he your...
First, let me say I thank the media for the extensive coverage of this particular news story.
Were you there?
No, I wasn't there.
All right.
And I want to thank God for the life of my nephew, for the good work he is doing. Many people doubted his...
He's your nephew?
That's what I'm his
you call me
godfather.
Godfather, right.
And you know, he comes from Wamfi, and I grew up in Abisim Sunyai, which is one of the schools of the Doma Wamfi people. So we share a lot in common. And as one of the people who encouraged him those days when he was speaking for the then mayor of Kumasi, Ojo Bonsu. Then as a student at KNUST, we all saw the potential in him. Eric Opoku, for example, as regional minister, worked with him a lot. So I think that it is good, and he's showing to all of us the wonderful, let me say, abilities God has endowed him with. People thought he was too young to handle such a portfolio, but he's proven that with the right set of people and the support, he'll be able to use very creative means to be able to give this country what we deserve. I'm particularly happy with the fact that there is today a very convincing data about how much gold we are exporting and how much revenue we're getting out of it. Remember, somewhere 2 years ago, there was this report that close to 1/3 of the gold that we produce in this country end up in the Dubai market and other places without reflecting in our local data and our local market. So I'm happy that at least through the Gold Board, today every Ghanaian can be able to know how much gold we've produced from the small-scale mining and also from the big and multinational mining companies. That is even a step. At least we can track and we can be able to know. The other issue has to do with the fact that he has been able to harness the production of all these small-scale miners to an aggregate that the nation can say that this is how much we are getting. And to get 6.3 billion USD within this 8 months is huge. All of us can testify to what it can do to our balance of payment. So that is and to increase the production of that sector from 6.1 to 6.7 tons, 66.1 to 66.7 tons is massive. I'm happy for one thing, that now the decision is to make it possible for the dream that we've had since the days of Osajefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah to have our own gold refinery in this country to add value to the raw gold that we are producing is going to be possible. It's a dream that almost every government historically have had. During the time of John Dramani Mahama, when I served in government, at cabinet meeting, there was many times that the discussions were had. And I know there was attempt. I was very happy when, during the time of Nana Addo, there was a major attempt and an official launching of the program to set up a gold refinery in this country.
But was it not completed? At PMMC?
I don't know whether that was completed. Okay. I believe if that was completed, there won't be the need for the setting up of another one. So it is good. As a country, it helps us to add value to our raw materials, because when I look at how we produce all this gold, then our women leave this place and go to Dubai and go and buy all this jewelry and bring it back to come and sell it to us. Mm-hmm. I think it is something we have very good. Ghana is noted for very good goldsmiths and blacksmiths historically. I've heard that people from Ejumakon, for example, were very good in blacksmithing and goldsmithing, to the extent that even the Ghans had to bring some of them to come and teach them how to manufacture jewelries and gold and weapons for war. That's why when you come to the Gamashi area, we have Mreshi Ajumakon. Those people specifically came from all the way from Ejumakon to mix the gun, to teach them how to manufacture local guns and also do blacksmithing and goldsmithing. The people of Teshin and also Nongwa, for example, I know were very good legends when it comes to the issue of goldsmithing. So I think if we do that, we'll also be able to create a situation where these old goldsmiths who have virtually vanished for a system will come up again, and they will open up as master goldsmiths and train a lot of our young ones to take up the production of jewelry, even at the local level, which will bring the prices of our jewelry down. So it's good, and I think that it is something that all of us should pray for, that we'll be able to have a very good gold refinery here. But then I will want to go to the other side of it. How much of this money that we have made as a country will be channeled into environmental reclamation? Because we've made this money seriously at the expense of our environment. So how much are we going to put into reclaiming some of our lands and river bodies that have been destroyed by some of these small-scale miners? I wouldn't want to say Galamsey people. I want to play it safe and say small-scale, because I'm assuming if Sami Jeffy says small-scale setter, then it is those small-scale miners who are licensed and produce legitimately, and not the Galamseyers. But I would want to say this. As a country, the policy must be, if we're making so much, just as we set up the sustainability fund to take care of future, let me say, ramifications of our oil exploration, it is good that we look at how much of this are we also setting up to go into reclamation. The last time I was talking to Sami, I said, Sami Jemfi, when you people make money, give some to us drip. And then we will use our equipment, go and level up all these lands that have been devastated by the mining people, put on the black soil, and get the Ministry of Lands and Forestry to come and start planting trees again. Yes, I told him. But he joked about it.
But that is the money that goes to Hanabishu's...
yes, MIF.
MIF. No, not MIF. The gold fund.
Yes. The gold fund, yes.
The mineral fund.
Mineral fund, yeah. Mineral investment.
Minerals, no, that's fund. Is it? No. The Hanabishu's outfit. That's Minerals Development Fund.
Okay.
The Minerals Development Fund.
Okay.
Yes, that's where
but I'm saying...
I think that's their responsibility.
So that money goes to
that. Because they get a percentage from the minerals royalties to go to her, So I'm saying that conversation you should have with Honorable Howard.
It's good
because her money is to go to the rural communities to look at the degradation of the land and put it back. That's what the fund is for.
Yeah, because as we see today,
so I get it that she has the resources. She has the funds.
There is a certain amount of money.
DRIP must be collaborating with Hannah Bissell.
Yes.
So say, look, we know you have the money.
Yes.
Partner with us. Bring us some of the money.
Yes.
And let's
we can use the machines to do
not directly from Gold, because Gold Board has done their part. They've given their part of
the money to the government. That is channeled
based on assumption.
Right.
Well, that's based on assumption.
That's true.
I've been in government before.
That's true. That's true.
But I'm saying it's a general discussion.
Development Fund. That's different from MIF.
Yes.
That's true.
I'm saying this, that we must have a national discussion that how do we make sure that the benefits that a country we are deriving from these gold also go to help us reclaim the environment that we have destroyed in our quest to make money from the resource. If we don't do that, we'll be using this money for national development, fine, but at the expense of our environment and at the expense of our future generation. This money is supposed to help this country develop, and we can't develop without looking at the impact of our development 10 years, 15 years, 20 years down the line. I've just come back from the Western region. Moro, when I got to Piposo, what I saw is devastating.
Wow.
I slept at Atlantic Serene, the Western Serene, and I could see the color of the ocean changing. So it is a serious thing. And I think seriously as a country, the efforts that are being put in by government. Sometimes I see my brother Amaboa and I cry for him. Because it's like he's being consumed by the fight against Galamsey all his life.
Yeah.
Now, and you could see it on his face that he's stressed. I know that a lot of work is being done because in collaboration with National Security, the Police Service, the Minister of Interior, Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, we've mobilized all our low beds from Oti to the Western region in evacuating all the seized excavators to Kumasi and Takoradi. So far, we'll be able to take to Kumasi and Takoradi close to about 400 seized excavators. You understand? But still, our river bodies are still showing signs of Galamsey. So there must be that effort to fight Galamsey and legitimize the small-scale miners within a framework that will not make their work impact negatively on the environment.
Right.
So I'm happy you said about 300 something small-scale miners are going to be
supported.
Yes, supported. This will make us be able to confine them to the rules and regulations that pertain to how they do their work, so that the environmental impact will be reduced. And then our water bodies will look better, and our lands will also be reclaimed. Moro, I traveled between Aserekengwa to Akropong. What I saw was devastating. I drove from Kumasi to Sefi to Aserekengwa, and it's depressing. It's depressing. I recently visited Echima area and then Manson Kwanta.
Right.
I went to those places, Moro, just to make sure that our equipment are not being used in the mining areas.
Okay.
So randomly, without notice, I drive to those areas and go inspect our equipment.
Okay.
And Moro, it's saddening.
Right.
Nobody should take it for granted. And let's not do politics with this. Let's understand that we risk the future of our children and this country.
Yeah.
Coming here, I had a discussion on the radio network. I didn't see the story yesterday that there was two people who have been killed or somebody, or no. There was a fight between some army personnel.
I think in the
Ashanti region, Amansia.
In one of I think
in fact, let me
Adubiasi area.
No, Amansia district. Asanka Gold. That's the one he's talking about. Let's watch it. There's the videos on. Let's watch this video, and then we can continue. This is what Honorable is talking about.
For DSC, some last week, last month, for Chacha will be a baby. On a pay and some is so man, so yes, and Katoa. Brothers, Kalam says in some year, a sank of focus just almost 100 over Abiguma camp. Omaneman for 4 DSC, some last week, last month, motor to Krum Fonka. The same thing. And obey no one teso, and that's one baby on Patomandra. Abwa be maybe two black penny, copper money, and any enema, and the bush never did. Or my body chonas on tape every and small Munyaman outside nation soon be a being dead body. And I will begin one side, who is just for the hair, and I'm a pro tip off. Information answer ya, Koto Zuma, Pa, Nippon, body to nation soon. Yeah, a sanko suggest phone. And I'm some wise near a shall pay. Much as she don't person, at the idea, I say, never be brave. Next community say. Because almost an assembly my own next time by there be unyapatre youth. Na this year, Banuakasa, Umatu, so I can't say assembly man a cocoa so pay, so you have an abuntokono. Up to 2 of my cowboys back on Sabak on 9. Now, most of them must say yes, answer. We need your for good Nukunum just for free. I be any one alien me and one fair Juma, your quan yet. Ye 2 good ones, your quan yet. Bronin go me fan call by any before any idea to club and Amaja has in 1 million. Now, no Bronin good no. O 2 was on ya. For Chacha will be a baby. On a pay and some is so man, so yes, and Katoa. Brothers, Kalam says in some year, a sank of focus just almost 100 over Abiguma camp. Omaneman for 4 DSC, some last week, last month, motor to Krum Fonka. The same thing. And obey no one teso, and that's one baby on Patomandra. Abwa be maybe 2 black penny, copper money, and any enema, and the bush never did. Or my body chonas on tape every and small Munyaman outside nation soon be a being dead body. And I will begin one side, who is just for the hair, and I'm a pro tip off. Information answer ya, Koto Zuma, Pa, Nippon, body to nation soon. Yeah, a sanko suggest phone. And I'm some wise near a shall pay. Much as she don't person, at the idea, I say, never be brave. Next community say. Because almost an assembly my own next time by there be unyapatre youth. Na this year, Banuakasa, Umatu, so I can't say assembly man a cocoa so pay, so you have an abuntokono. Up to 2 of my cowboys back on Sabak on 9. Now, most of them must say yes, answer. We need your for good Nukunum just for free. I be any one alien me and one fair Juma, your quan yet. Ye 2 good ones, your quan yet. Bronin go me fan call by any before any idea to club and Amaja has in 1 million. Now, no Bronin good no. O 2 was on ya. For Chacha will be a baby. On a pay and some is so man, so yes, and Katoa.
Well, Allah. Yama, my babu. Oh, Obama. Can I say the day night? Timbalano. Oh, my brother. Oh, the old Tata Tamben. Oh, I'm back to her. What you could do my TV now? Allah, you're ready for what that small boy.
Very, 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 very unfortunate. The height of impunity. And this is where this fight against illegal mining called Galamsey has gotten to where... Yeah.
Look at the kids.
Yeah, it's a very, very serious matter. It's a very, very, very serious matter.
So this morning I heard it, and I was a bit depressed.
Why?
Because it's not the second time, and it's not the third time. If, like Sami Jefe is saying, these are licensed, legitimate small-scale miners, and their production is what today we are all celebrating, not the Galamseyers. So why should we allow galamseyers to encroach and to invade their properties? And when they want to protect, when they have security to protect them, the security is attached. And then it leads to death. And I'm very worried about the statement the gentleman is making. Look, generations, we've had foreign participation in the exploitation of our resources. Today, we have many Ghanaians who are also involved in it. But you must do it rightly. You must do it a legitimate way that we will not have environmental impact like what we are seeing. Look, there is this Oreman gold resources around Konongo. One of my mates, I think is part owner of that Beggars, Neokai. And constantly, a group of thugs just invade the mine, say we have taken over. Then he has to call. Then we call in security. The security goes, drive them away. 2 months, 3 months. Then they go back again. Why should it be so? We've seen the many battles that Ashanti Gold had to fight with people. We're not saying as a people, don't get involved. But do it the right way. Don't invade the concession of people who have legitimately acquired those concessions to work. If you want to also go into small-scale mining, register, go through the appropriate procedures and registration, engage yourself into small-scale mining, and nobody will have this with you. Don't get into these unlicensed galamsey operations that are impacting on our environment and also becoming a very dangerous, threat to our existence. And I think that as a state, I have said, and I'm repeating it today, the sacrifices that were made by our 8 gallant men, 5 of whom were my colleagues, cannot be allowed to go waste. I can't sit here and keep quiet and allow the death of my brother, Dr. Manibuama, Dr. Samuel Sapo, Alhaji Muniru, Dr. Mutala, and my son Abuaje to go waste. Not to talk about the life of the 3 soldiers. That should spur us on to end the fight against galamsey. End it. Take all the drastic measures we have to take to end galamsey, so that the legitimate small-scale miners will do their business in peace and be able to continue to help Gold Board make more money for this country.
Could you? When my brother says end it, they get government. They are the ones who call for all the actions that were to be taken before 2024 elections, the emergency, the state of emergencies that were called across the country. I have even given Honorable Boa a very simple, and I've texted him this morning again. Every time I do this video, I'll send it to him. People say that he looks visibly. No, I don't think the government wants to stop this. Galamsey, Kujupuku have said, you can take one step and it will reduce drastically. And that step is to, every time the excavator you arrest in the Galamsey area, prosecute the owner of that excavator. The rich man who bought the galamsey, it should be criminal offense to have your galamsey, to have your excavator doing galamsey. If we start jailing rich men who owns galamsey,
who owns excavators?
Who owns excavators, yes. If we start jailing the owners of the excavators, the galamsey will reduce drastically, because the degradation of the land you are seeing is because of an excavator. Human hand assault, or what used to happen back 60, 70 years ago. I have huge land in Nananko. I've been going there since I'm a kid. And you go there, when they go and do the soil, they put it in sacks, bring it to the village, and wash it.
Yeah.
That was what used to happen before.
Yeah.
And that everybody, you go to your farm, somebody has now dug some area, we put it in sack and carry it home. Today, the reason that we are seeing this level of degradation is of the excavator.
Yeah.
So that, look, when the government stopped...
I grew up in Atuabo.
Thank you.
And I saw it.
Exactly. So when the government stopped importation or the clearing of excavators at the port, you go and see the number of excavators at the port waiting to be cleared.
We've packed all of them at.
But my brother, but it tells you that if you see the amount of excavators, you are saying that you've arrested 400. There's another 400 being cleared. Yeah, so everyone
those ones who were at the port.
Thank you.
We've taken the control of them. They are determined.
I agree. So my point, my brother, is saying that look, there are rich men who have seen that to invest in excavators is the way to go. If they are going to put it in our land to now degrade, to put it in our rivers, arrest the owner and jail the owner of the excavator. Simple.
I agree with you.
I don't see where there's bats on this conversation. And today, 8 months on, from texting on Abubwa and you're saying he's visibly worried. Visibly worried how? Simple matter. Go to Minister of Interior. Today, NDC is known for certificate of emergency. Go to Parliament, pass a law that incriminates the person who owns an excavator in a galamsey or in a river. Do you know this tariff that we'll be discussing? Have you seen the Ghana water video?
Yeah.
Our tariffs is going up by over 180% because of the river bodies now in some part of the central region. Ghana Water have shut down the processing plant. They can no longer process water in the central region.
Yeah.
So, look, we said at a point we were going to import water. Everybody thought it was a joke. Yes, it's been said that at a point, if we are not careful, Ghana will import water. We thought it was a joke. Gradually, we are getting to that point where Ghana Water can no longer. They were using 40 bags of alum. What they were using in a month, they are now using it in a day. Now they've even abandoned the alum, because there's no point. Alum cannot treat the water anymore. So they've now gone for a much more expensive chemical. They are now asking Ghanaians to pay 180% increase in water tariffs. So look, it's not about ifs and buts. It's not about Honorable Boa looking visibly whatever. There are measures to be taken. Look, politics, we did it in 2019, 2018, before the 2020 election. We have said it. We have a report, the MPP, when we were fighting it with Operation Vanguard, right? Nanado bet his presidency on it. The NDC community people, the MPs, if you look at the axle of the mining areas, we lost all those MPs because the Galamsey people were paying voters vote against MPP because NDC, the unbombs over and Galamsey, 2020. You understand? So we lost it then. It's become highly politicized. This monsoon thing that you are seeing, if we lose it, that's it. If the military has gone and they are 100 and they are not enough, please, CDS, send more military.
In fact, this morning,
they should send more military because if they don't win,
and there is how do you call it? Warning shots being fired on.
But it doesn't matter. They should send more military. It's war. It's war. Look, it's them against us. And you see, let me come back to the gold board issue. Sami Gyamfi has made a very interesting point. And I have actually engaged Geological Survey Authority. There is a need to have mapping. The Mineral Commission man said it, that the reason people are now out doing galamsey everywhere is that the data to show that there is gold here is not there because they are not funded. So the government should find money for Geological Survey Authority to map areas. That one, if you map 1,000 acre in the Manson Kwanta area in the middle of nowhere, you put everybody there to mine. But then you see, even now, the people who are giving the license to mine, we need to check how they are also mining. Because the licensed ones are also mining with these champagne and washing the water, and it's a water. Yes. Some of the licensed ones are using the champagne.
Oh, but it's against the regulation.
Okay, your point is there are licensed mining companies that are engaged in
you are talking about licensed companies. You see, they are small scale mining. There are two different types.
Yes.
There are large scale mining, there are small scale miners. Small scale miners, that one you go they give you an area, the community mining people give you an area to mine. They are licensed.
Yes.
But their mining method is also crude because they are using the samphire and the water. And the running water from their mines is what is ending in the river.
Yes.
The large-scale miner, if he's a big company, they are the one who have invested in the tailings and all those things. So they are more environmental friendly. But most of them who have licenses are not doing the tailings because the investment to do the tailings are very expensive.
So even, you mean even with the big companies?
No, the big companies are doing tailings.
You're talking about the smaller ones?
The smaller companies who have license.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
They have license.
But they can't afford the technology.
But they don't afford the technology. So they are doing the crude mining of using the champagne and all those things. The excavators and all that. So some of these, you see, that's the champagne being bent. So you go to an area, it's like this, but the person have a license. He's mining the crude way, not investing in the technology. All he does is bring the excavators and then the washing machines. And the washing machine is just, and when they wash, they draw the water to the site, wash it at the site, and then the water.
What's different with this one and Galamsey?
The Galamsey is the person who doesn't have a license to mine there. So he is illegal.
No, but do you get the import of it?
Yes, exactly. But I'm saying that. So I'm saying that Gold Board and all the authorities should go a step further. That even the licensed miners, let's look at how they are also operating.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So it's not only the illegal guys who are operating like this.
Yeah.
The licensed one are also cutting corners because he doesn't want to invest in the technology, doesn't invest in tailings, doesn't invest in all those things, and they are doing this. So the point is that we need the gold, and this is something that, like I said, a lot of the things that we've come up with, the NDC have come and welcome it. Yes, we came up with gold for oil. They are gold for reserves. They are doing gold for reserves under Gold Board. Something that I mentioned earlier, and you said that if it's there, Gold Coast Refinery is there. They are now having a refinery that can do 480 kg a day. Royal Ghana Gold, which is the one next to PMMC, which was inaugurated in August 2024, is also there. They are doing 400 kg per day. So there's no need, because this capacity between the two of this is about 800, 900 kg per day capacity in the country. We don't need to build another refinery. I'll be surprised if Gold Board think they need to build another refinery.
This are private refineries?
Private, yes, private. But this one, the Royal Bank of Ghana has 30% shares.
Okay.
The one at PMMC
is a purely.
But
Ghana.
But now that we are moving away from government, you said it yourself that things that government own doesn't run well.
Yeah.
If private people have invested and we have a capacity in country where Bank of Ghana has 30% shares of the PMMC, next to PMMC, they built one there. The in-country capacity now is about 900
kilograms
kg a day. It's huge. So I honestly don't think there's a need. Maybe Gold Board will have to come again and tell us why they think there's a need for a third refinery. The point I want
So basically, they should come and justify with data.
Yes, justify why we think.
Which is that if they have something,
if we have
much more than what
if we have 900 kg per day refinery capacity in Ghana,
you think that's suffice?
It's so much. Look, Gold Coast was suffering after he built it. The guy, when he built the 480, really and truly, he was dormant for most times. Because 400, look, gold is in.
Those were the times when people were smuggling.
Yeah, I agree. So gold is in ounces. Oh, you see, 4G a day is a lot.
Yeah.
4 kg, 480 a day is a huge amount. So I'm saying that with 480 from Gold Coast, 400 from Royal, it's almost 900 because there's other small refineries.
Yeah.
I don't know what Gold Board wants to do. I need further and better particulars. But what I'm saying is that we have enough capacity in country now not to build a new one. They have to come and tell us why they think there's a need to build a new one. The last point I want to make is that Gold Board, for me, should keep a ledger. And there's an advice I'm giving to my brother Sami.
Okay.
They should keep a ledger of all seized gold and assets.
Okay.
There's a lot of seizing going around.
Yeah.
I think recently some people even seized
with NACOC
and handed to them. They should keep a ledger of it. Because one day, there's going to be that accountability.
Okay.
Because, yes, you need to account for it. It's not only the gold you're dealing that you account for. You also account for the things that you seized and became yours because the other people's property that you seized.
Yeah.
So
they may end up going to court.
Yes, they may end up going to court, whatever. So you need to keep a ledger of all the things you've seized. So this thing that they keep seizing things, they should keep a ledger. The predominant problem Gold Board has today is the buying of gold in the local market. You know, Bank of Ghana came and said that there was losses made in the gold for oil.
Yes.
1.9 billion Ghana cedis of that loss was in the buying of gold in the local area. Because when you give cedis to the guys to go and buy, they are using the world market price of gold at the local level to buy gold. Meanwhile, the impurities you are buying, the gold you are buying from the local area, it's not the same as the world market gold.
Yeah, because
the world market gold is refined. The quality is not the same. So also the dollar to the cedi. If you go to Gold Board now, you realize that they've also published the gold rate at their website. The differential of what the people are buying in the local market compared to what Bank of Ghana and Gold Board is using is also creating a lot of losses in the system. So they should be careful. I think that they should have learned a lot of lessons from the program that happened earlier, which was the Gold for Oil and Gold for Reserves program. And Gold Board should learn lessons. Because if you go to the community and start buying gold with any rate, when you see your bottom line, you'll have made losses because how much you can sell the gold for is regulated by a certain FX. How much you bought the gold for is different FX. So that FX differential will end up creating losses for Gold Board. I hope you understand what I'm making.
Because what I've seen a situation whereby in Obuasi, maybe they tested their gold, they tell it's 24 karat. But when you send it to a refinery, they say, oh no, this is 18.
Thank you.
So assuming you buy it,
but what accounts for the difference?
Because
the levels,
the levels, impurities.
Okay, okay.
Because the local testing will be different from how PMMC
will test it.
Or
the refinery will test it.
Yes.
So the assaying, that's why we are saying that assaying is done by PMMC. So you need to assay it with PMMC. So Gold Board now, which is now former PMMC, is the one who assay gold. So really and truly, I have said that if anybody will listen to me, we should have a Ghana exchange. Like the way we have in oil, we have crude, we have Brent, we have the Dubai exchange, we have, because we're a major producer of gold, Ghana should have a Ghana exchange.
So they are the different levels.
And we have our different level, exactly, we have our prices. So Ghana is a major player in gold for us to have our exchange. So that the pricing of gold in Ghana, and that will now interest investors like you were saying, those who do the jewelry. If you know that the Ghana exchange prices local gold cheaper, then it's easier for them to come and set up jewelry production in Ghana because they can buy gold at the Ghana exchange. As it states now, we are still playing to the foreign land. The same way we are trying to do local dialect and foreign dialect, we should also do local exchange for Ghana because we're a major player. One of the leading producers, the number one in Africa. If Dubai and the Saudi Arabians have their own exchange for crude, why can't we have our own exchange for gold? We are a major player of gold. And these are the thinking. I mean, the normal thinking of doing things normally is one thing. Innovative way of setting Ghana as, and gradually it will catch on. People will now start benchmarking gold at the Ghana exchange.
Yeah,
right.
I hope you get it.
No, I get it.
Because we influence that now that we are able to stop all the smuggle, tighten all the corners, and know that we are doing X amount of exports, we need to start looking at a Ghana exchange.
So the Ghana exchange will be the
our local pricing of gold.
The platform to price gold.
To price gold locally.
So this is our price. You either take it or leave it.
No, it's not take it or leave it. We will benchmark it with others. But I'm saying that locally, we know our local factors. But you also need it to be a bit cheaper so that you can also now promote your gold. You know, there's Indian gold, there's Ghana gold, there are other gold around the world. South Africa has South African gold. So we need to have Ghana gold, which is priced at a certain amount. So you go to, let's say, you go to London and you go to Huntington Square, and that's where most of the jewelry is done, right? You say, I have Ghana gold. And they can now reference the Ghana exchange and know how to price the Ghana gold.
All right.
Because our purities are much better. It's like our cocoa.
Yeah.
Your point is we've got leverage on that.
Yes, yes, very big leverage.
And with
let's go back to our sound.
Market this thing, we can really be able to even get more than what we are getting now.
Yes, because of the purity of our gold. So if your gold is pure and reasonable, then you probably now leverage the world market where people will now sought after Ghana gold at the Ghana exchange.
Right. Okay, so let's go back to what's happening with Asanko Gold Mine, the Asanko Gold Mine clash. We have some new videos. Let's watch it.
NAC update. Yeah, this is how far we've come.
Yes, but you need to win this. You see, my problem is that this has to be won. The military has to win. With this encounter, if the military doesn't win this, it will escalate to other areas. So we need to nip this.
You mean the military should use this to make a huge statement?
Yes, because you've already encountered. There's an encounter. There's no retreat, no surrender. You can't win. You can't lose this in Mankranso. If you lose this in Mankranso, that's it.
Moro, did you see
that?
I'm
told there's some interviews too. Let's do this quickly and then we'll come back.
Minister, our Sancho region, Obaha, Ebe who said, "Yes, I said, I it was fresh, my near the Debia. Then what was after? I have some commanders, you don't go mine. I'm 4 days here, and I'm up here, and you will say, Minister. Minister, some my meeting, movie. The minister can't say, what a monk, you ever said this also, what president, I mean, that is also the good idea. More can answer. You are an idea, and you say, I'm with the militaries. Kasa ne nyamo so manager wada asanko minus ano chasiamu a waka bisubia the minister say or for president announce one number for this house what dia and the baby am concession go bia no omo di so be ko ama minister e honi ko ba ko say da bi so we asa na wo se Ghana aban no the two pass what this so be ko and adu yen ka bi sim yeti an so soldiers adimika ene cars be play wo maba yan so de yen kura second bia ya so ya de asase we so yen ko ko si say semra ya duma dia no say asanko man si dia ni dia and you who say Ghana ya to abawia my important minister bia as a minister was at ready and Gwasaka sia and asanko company and every South Africa and Canada or mugu ni mase ya de tonko ko mine or mine way you tun for adisikro ya tua na enko babia enko ne na enko tena o si say Ghana soldiers say ya mra say unko Canada ebra timamuni a wo Canada o ya Canada ni ba the baba no buy and I say baba foreigner no buy not timamuni no ya kunkum no.
So you see,
you heard what he said.
Yes, I heard. From what he's saying, what it means is that they think that Asanko Gold has had enough of the concession. They want to take the rest.
It's their turn
to take the rest of this. But the concession is concession.
Concession is
Also,
concession.
And that is why we can't lose this. I don't know if you understand the graveness of this. We can't lose this. You see, with this confrontation, you can't lose it. If they lose this confrontation, that's it. I'm telling you.
Forget about fighting.
Forget about fighting, that I'm saying. Because this is one of those turning points in a lot of. Because bear in mind, everybody is also watching it, and people who have come in to invest and mine responsibly, right? The minister has gone there, and I think he's giving them some assurances. He should go back.
The minister says he will look into the issue. That's what he's saying. He said the minister said they will engage.
Yes.
Because I think what they are looking for is for Asanko Gold to give them part of the concession.
It's not possible.
And the minister said they will look into it. So Asanko Gold decided to protect
their concession. Yes.
And so they are also saying that once the case has not been settled between us and the minister and you don't have the right to bring soldiers here. But then it's a concession. And at any point in time, they have to protect their concession. The fact that the case has not been settled and the issue, the request you have made have not been granted, you cannot just get up and enter the concession.
That's it.
And I think we must deal with this as a pure case of
it's a national security issue.
Because as my brother said, if we allow this, what happens tomorrow when the people of Kenya decides that look, Newmont
yes,
has
exactly.
Enough, so
yes.
we're going to take part.
Yes.
You understand? I think we should look at these things. And
no, seriously.
I told you, Konongo, Aureman, the people just went and took over the gold mine.
Because you see, they are looking at it, and you listen to the conversation. They try to bring out certain sentiments, the Ghanaian sentiment. They try to bring out Timemufo and all that. Nobody is saying Timemufo cannot mine. That's why there is a new, there's a small scale concession.
Yes.
But you cannot go and forcibly take the land and mine on a concession. You cannot. And I'm sorry, but this thing.
Because tomorrow, you see, if these people, the way they are devastating the environment, and they devastate all their land, what they are going to say is that and the young mining company
which is the confrontation at Anglo Gold when they actually went and cut the fence.
Yeah,
you saw that. There's a video where they actually cut the fence to move in.
Yes,
and the military came and dealt with it one time.
Yeah. Because when they cannot get any more land to do the galamsey, the only thing they will do is to go to the mining company, the small scale miner or the big
mining company, and just encroach on their land.
Encroach on their land. And that's the danger we'll be facing if we don't handle this thing with the sort of authority it deserves. And I think, seriously speaking, we must also protect people who have invested their monies into the exploitation of our resources. Assuming tomorrow the people of Western Region get up and said, the oil company and the gas companies have made too much, we also want to take over.
We'll take over. And that is how the chaos starts.
You understand? So we've seen that before in Nigeria.
Yep. The Niger Delta.
Today, the Niger Delta, the Ogoni people and this thing, it's happening in the Cameroon area. I don't think we should encourage that to happen in this country. We must nip it in the bud right now before it goes. Yes, I agree. But you see, I remember during the time of the NDC-1, Rawlins's time, when these agitations started in Takwa area, there was engagement with the community. You understand? To the extent that they were brought together and they were given some of the old concessions.
That's how the community mining started.
Yes, community mining.
That's how the community mining started.
You know, and then they also, to the extent that I think up to today, they still have this group. It's like a group of communities coming together to fight for their side of the concessions that have been left by gold fields, Ashanti Gold. And I think since then, they've had I remember one of them even was a member of parliament, came to parliament, Blay. Honorable Blay. He was one time member of parliament for Takwa Swahili. Yeah. No, not Takwa Swahili, Priester Huni Valley. Priester Huni Valley. So we should look at that model and then see how we can talk to the people in this area. But to the level of trying to say that we are pitching up against the military has not been trained to allow civilians to spit on them and to work on them. I saw this video where somebody said, "Oh, you saw your talent free, how you wine." Oh, and all those things.
No, don't you remember Major Mahama?
Yeah.
I mean, the Major Mahama incident. That is how it happened. And you see, my brother Nini talks about the fallen gallants who died in that sad event of that fateful.
Yeah. Before you go ahead with it, let me read a few messages. Some viewers have sent us some messages, and these are very prominent people. So I'll start with Kojo Chumbafu, a very good friend. He sends a message, says that, "Moro, good morning, my brother. Kojo Poku Mahala is talking, as soon as the military open fire on citizens when they feel threatened, the same Kojo Poku Mahala will go to another station and declare himself a citizen activist." It says Kojo Poku Mahala knows.
He calls me that all the time. But he should know that I'm on record for shoot to kill.
I know.
The footballer. Yeah, the footballer.
That's why, yes.
But he should know that I'm on record for shoot to kill. He should know that. On TV3 some time ago, I actually said some years back that they should
I agree. You've been consistent. Now, Kojo Poku Mahala knows all these exchanges, but Bamia didn't do it. Why didn't the MPP create that exchange? Monday morning coaching is easy. So how about legislation that forces the gold mining companies to invest some of their profits in developing the local economy? You know, anyway, they want money. They want money. Even if
but if you give them money, they will still not. They will still go. No, what money would you give them? What money are you going to give them?
So Professor Ali Nachia, sends a message on this particular issue, and he says, "I hope that I think he was commending you." He says, "Good morning. I share in Mr. Safapoku's submission on the gold refinery." It says it is apt, and kudos to him. Same on the issue of licensed small-scale miners and how they handle their wastewater and mining methods. Great submissions, and applauding Professor Ali Nacha sends that message. And this one here says, this one from Uncle Kamara, who says that we are sitting on a time bomb. All serious political parties should sit at a round table and discuss. I suggest that it considers that a confidential meeting and came out. Then it was okay. All right. I guess he said he suggested details when some meetings, but it didn't happen. Captain Moro, can anyone explain why gold refinery be sited near the airport? Good morning from Mansa Musa. Moro, if the minister asks not to have soldiers, so whose authorities have the soldiers been sent to? And Alaji Hamza from Pig Farm. That's my final message before we end the show. All right. So let me just do this briefly before we go, just 30 seconds. It says, Alaji Hamza from Pig Farm, good morning. My humble brother, truth be told, Lawyer Samijin Fee needs to be commended for the good work he's doing at Gold World. Anyway, Ni, thank you very much for your time. Thanks for joining us. And also Kojo Poku, thank you very, very much. Let me also remind you again that Metro TV is now on satellite and also on the multimedia platform. As you can see, we're now on multi-TV.
Get ready for an unforgettable evening of